Pedro.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Man, listen, I was racing home. I couldn't get home in time,
Yeah,
but glad to be here with you guys, you know. I tell you, it's a
yeah,
tear and a smile, yo, because it
yeah.
was a much improved performance by the boys, but it was a missed opportunity, you know.
It sure is, man. We had it. We had it,
Yeah,
man.
the referee, yo, I mean that goal by Damian Lowe, there's no way that was not a goal, right? I mean, you know, while you guys were on, I was watching the commentary by
You
on
attack.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
Yeah, and even I don't know which ex-US player it was, but he was saying that's like normal tussle on a corner. There was nothing to it,
no.
you know.
They're
And
saying
yeah,
they're saying that majority of games across the world that would have been a goal. 90%
yeah.
of that's a goal.
And I mean, look, you balance the equities. Like I mean, the US was, they were out of the game, and there were other moments where, like for instance, that handball when we could have gotten a penalty. So like the referee, you know, realizing that those moments were there, it's like, yo, how you gonna call that, but you never call the other stuff.
Exactly, man.
Yeah,
We got
but
up
listen,
today, man. And we got ourselves to blame too because 4 yards out from goal. Like you said, it was harder to miss that than it was harder to miss than it was to score that chance. How did we
yeah,
miss
man.
that opportunity, man? That's a goal. That's a gift, and you could
Yo,
have put
what's
that
going?
away.
Yo, what's going on with Bobby? Yo, I mean, Bobby in England bossing it up, man. But he's playing for us, and sometimes he does look like a deer in headlights. It's I don't know.
Crazy.
It's not something. It's not something you'd expect from him because, um, he seems like a pretty confident dude, very intelligent guy. But I don't know, man. Maybe he wants it too much. Sometimes you can get in your own head and mess up like that. But I don't want to get bottled if I defend him too much. But I just know that he's been around and he's been a loyal soldier for the Reggae Boys. So even though I'm hurt, I don't want to. I don't want to go
I
all
mean,
in on him.
loyalty can only take you so far, because if you're not performing and you're not contributing to a positive result, then somebody else out there gonna take your spot and more deserving of your spot, especially if
Yeah,
they outperforming you.
yeah.
So
Talk about outperforming though, yo. Greg Lee was a beast.
when the man come on, the man look,
Yo,
yo, the man, I tell you, it was convicting in a him challenges them in the way him compose and use skill to get around players in a certain
yeah.
situation. You like this
Decision
man,
making.
yeah,
I mean,
and the
the
man.
throws.
And him not play with no clearing out, no chance. Him not take no chance, You see, me see when him come cross, when a man, when the areola make a mistake and come cross and do the head and it a come to a break, he must just clear that out and just build again.
Yeah,
No
and the man
hesitation.
confidence.
The
The man say,
conviction
yeah.
in
The
this
man just
game, man.
say, yeah. It's like he must say, yo, who is you? I ain't afraid of you. I mean, stand up to those guys. So listen, hey, by the way, guys, I see 69 watching now. We only have 35 likes. Listen, coach, let me know that they're heading to the hotel and they want to get some interaction with the players. So if you guys want to see that interaction, post game, interaction with the players, yo, get the likes up, right? Because if you
Here
don't,
goes Panama again.
I don't know if you're gonna
Flat
get that
footed,
done. So
flat footed. Start off late. El Salvador score within seconds. 1-0 El Salvador
what?
up on Panama.
Never thought I'd be cheering for El Salvador. But please, El Salvador, do you think?
Yeah, but we know Panama 2-0 up in the last 2-0 down in the last game. Just flip that switch. and a different
Yo,
story. So
man, them say the Panama team been playing since preschool, yo. They know each other well, you know. So
chemistry.
it's like, yeah, you know. But yeah, man.
Paramount Plus,
Jeez.
I watch it fun too.
Yeah,
Panama
yeah.
coach are shaking them boots, you know. I know so them have to turn it up now another notch. But we know them capable of turning it around. So me cheer for El Salvador. Don't just go defend the one goal leader now. Them need to go at it and try to get the points then because we're putting ourselves in a predicament now where we need a lot of help. We need the
Yeah,
teams them behind us to win some games and then the team close like Panama and stuff, they need to draw games. So and then we need to keep winning. Which if we never win them two games, yeah boy. We had the El Salvador game with 9 minutes left. We couldn't finish that out. And then now we have USA 3 points begging, giving us for the taking. Say, it's 3 points, yeah. Referee
yeah,
Rob man, Bobby Reed miss one, a sitter. That's worse than a sitter. Sitter normally when they get put on the back post they lap, so. But him get it right in front of goal, so they miss it.
yeah, man. It's crazy. I
We
say,
seen to this
mhm.
before, you know. Remember, Gold Cup. I forget who he was playing against, but he missed one with him and the goalkeeper also, you know. When he
Right,
do
right.
the baby
That's
pass
right.
back to the goalkeeper.
I remember that one. Yeah, yeah. And everybody was like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah,
It was more like a defender making a back pass, and it was a shot.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't
Loves.
know. Yo, I see. Owen Owen. Where is it? Make a comment. He says Antonio Grant, Ravel Brown, and NA7. I mean, I think one of the things. Listen, the question is whether or not Tapa will learn this lesson. He gets glimpses of combinations that are really good for us. And for some reason, the man just seemed to want to defy gravity. You know, like for instance, Speedy and Grant. Why break up that pair? I mean, it just don't make no sense. You understand? I mean, I've like tonight we see Greg Lee, we see Greg Lee out there, and I have a sneaking suspicion that we might not. When will we see him again? I don't know. Brown. I mean, Brown was a revelation too, right?
We've been
Because
calling
the
for
right side was a weak side.
and then we've been calling for Brown all these months and weeks and games because we see for our own. Tapa don't watch that. You know what? When do him get advice from Damian Lowe or what another one Andre Blake. Who picked the side? Who
It is
advised Tapa?
it's
Does he
outrageous,
watch
yo.
these players play and know and see what them can offer to the senior team and the national team? No, I know.
Yo, it's
What's how is the process, is selection team process goes? Because this is difficult to understand and it's
yeah.
frustrating.
Boy, Fresh God, listen, man, you're right, Bobby, give it a gold star. I mean, listen, everybody's speechless about that. But as Dre pointed out a while ago, the man did it in the Gold Cup. But here's the problem now. In the Gold Cup, the man also him scoring the Gold Cup, what was probably the goal of the tournament with a volley right outside of the 18-yard box. So I mean, where's that Bobby Reed? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what's going on with him, but them said the team of a team psychologist. Bobby, need to go see the shrink, man. What's going on?
Watch
Yeah,
it, Panama
Paul.
get a chance. Panama get a chance. Referee call a free kick right on the edge of the box. Inside of the D. Yellow card for El Salvador player.
Yo, but I understand. Come here, try get that game, and all I'm seeing is these American people celebrating them the fact that
Log
them
up,
never lose tonight.
log
They
out.
say my full go. All
Yeah,
right, I
log
won't do
out
that.
then log back in and it will pop back up.
Yeah, but I'm excited though that if we do get that if we do get an opportunity to see the players after the game, like like coach and them heading to the hotel.
Yeah, coach
Because
come down.
I wonder what their I can imagine there might be some disappointment that they didn't win the game, but there might have been some relief too, because I mean, to be honest with you, after I saw the USA play Mexico last night, that we rewatched that game, and I was like, oh my god, the man gonna maul Jamaica, the
That's what
office,
I
yo.
thought. I thought that
Yeah,
too. The game was there for the taking. The 3 points was there. Gave away a goal, and we missed a golden opportunity. And then the selection, the starting 11 selection, the team selection, man. Again, uh, you make a good selection at one position, and then at another position, you like make a bonehead selection. Like Grant and Ravel is the pair, not Ravel. Grant and Speedy is the pair in the middle of the park. Again, you put Watson out there. Watson offered nothing in a game but a yellow card today. Look.
yo, Bridget, me tell you, Mr. Watson stand up, yo, and the man belly does a peep out.
Game that suck win and use him shirt to wipe him face every time, every corner we get on chance. Not corner, every defensive corner we get, he might take the chance so that he can suck up some win and catch him breath.
Yeah, yeah. I say Panama have a free kick here.
Yeah, dangerous
Let's
spot,
hope that,
dangerous spot.
for real. Let's hope them sky it. But seriously though, I say one of the comments asking whether or not we can play a case to FIFA about what happened with Damian Lowe's goal, and that is definitely something that I'd have to research. But I can't recall a post game appeal. I mean, if it was something that they did right there and then at the stadium, file some kind of complaint right there and then. But the fact that the game done and over, and then it's going to be something where you're trying to go and make a complaint afterwards. Those things have to jump on it when it hot. I mean, I tell you, if we had VAR, might have been a different conversation that we're having tonight. But I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
sure
true.
about that.
More than one time. Would have been
Yeah,
probably like 3-0.
exactly. So that is something that deserves more research. Um, but I doubt that it's available. And even if it is available, I can't really say that I would rely on I'm sorry to say JFF. You know. Yeah. You know what?
So out of the players that were made them debut today, starting with Lamar Walker, Javian Brown. I
Right.
believe that Javian will be starting right back come January if him consistently keep playing for him club.
Yeah.
Because this right back position is now his to lose, in my opinion, and in majority of the fans' them opinion, this right back position is his to lose now. Not gonna be Alvarez and ain't gonna be Fisher. Unless like Kyle Walker Peters get added to this team. It's a Javian Brown right back position to lose right now.
For real. I tell you, what really impressed me about Javane was the fact that I could see the level of concentration on his face, and he had good decision making. Um, he's a vast improvement over Alvarez. I mean, I mean, even an injured Javier Brown would be a vast improvement over a fit Alvarez. I'm sorry, Alvarez, but Virgin, you look like your better days are behind you. You know. Um. So I don't know. I listen. It is one of the problems is that what we say and what Tapa says seem to be two different things. It's like the man of what do you call it again when you see the numbers upside down. I can't remember the
Dyslexia.
condition. The man,
Dyslexia.
yeah, man, top of dyslexia, man. And it's like, it's like when a man score a goal, it's like he must see the ball a come out a different side, or if a man make a good tackle, you must see the reverse. because everything where we see the man just do the opposite. And I tell you, it's like the Dexter's what name the guy, the comedian guy there.
Dexter's Lab. Dexter's
Yeah,
Lab.
man.
Yeah.
I think that's the cartoon though, isn't it? I don't I can't recall.
I don't know.
But the man said everything every time people on YouTube or the fans make a point about something, Tapa sit down and try
And
it. He's determined to find a way to do the opposite.
the man have the
Oh,
start of them and see everybody, pretty much everybody across the YouTube platform, all of the YouTubers, the Jamaican football YouTubers there, have this pretty much the same starting 11, you know.
yeah.
Pretty much
Yo,
the same, you know. The
yo,
man
look at
come and
this.
do a 360.
Panama
Make
game.
the
See?
whole of the man them.
Panama game. And Antonio never score. No Antonio come on. And Jamaica is a completely different team. You know the man them say about, the American commentator them say about Antonio. The man them say in 2 games he has become the most dangerous man in Concacaf.
Yup.
2 games.
It's not Chucky
If
Lozano and it's not Christian Pulisic.
no,
The man is
if
here.
yeah, if me see that man there come, even if I 2 people, and them supposed to start, Fred. You
Yep.
understand?
And they is too. Because the ball them
Yeah, I
come
think a
same
blank out.
direction, him control them and him get fouled. Either him hold up the play and make a good pass or him get fouled. Boy, was that link up between him and Bailey working in this game today. It's a
Right,
fruitful partnership between him and Bailey. I like what I see from the two of them, but Bobby never get himself involved in that mix there enough. Even when Bailey switch flank
right,
and go up on the left side, still see Antonio and Bailey linking up a lot more than Bobby making himself available for the link up. But I like what I see
right.
from them two. It's a dangerous partnership that going forward.
Yeah,
Come
man. And
January.
and it's I say one of the incredible things to me was I really believe that Leon can learn a whole lot from Antonio, because I think one of the problems I see with Leon is kind of slight. Like a man can push him off fine ball, and his balance on the ball is not so great. You understand? And sometimes instead of cutting in inside, him cut outside, right? And if you're going to cut outside, you have to get the square off. But him cut outside several times and pass it back. You understand?
Mm.
Cut inside. But the thing about it is, him needs some more meat on him body. And not even just the meat, because you're slim don't necessarily mean that you don't have the strength. But I think that most of all, he needs to work on his, dropping his shoulder and leaning into that player, so that he can actually make that inside run. And I mean, listen, who am I to tell him he's a big professional, but you can continue to learn. And as we see, Antonio is a master at that.
Yep. And him willing, you can see him communicating with with him players them out there too, like telling them when one them do fit in order to make improvement to the next chance or the next opportunity where them get going forward. Boy,
Hey,
this is a mass improvement of players that we had playing the striker position for a long
yeah,
time, lot of years gone and past.
yeah, man. Hey, listen, let me just say this. We now have 244 watching people, only 92 likes. As coach would say if you were here, the man them sanitize himself, no man. He can't just come up in at the dance and not sanitize. You understand? So just hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like buttons. Coach say when we get above 100, then maybe we can start with that interviews from the hotel. Post match interview or reaction from the players. So come on, guys. We need the likes to go up. Okay. Hey, yo, Dre. Listen, I was rewatching the El Salvador game, and oh, the man muscle the defenders off the ball. And I thought to myself, after Antonio done bad up the EPL, The man have a career in American football. You see, the man can have a career in American football in a brethren because I not really see nobody hold on to him and stop him. And remind me that move that he made. Lean into a man and then like in a Jamaica as a kid to play a stocky and we a dodge and a weave.
Mhm.
And sometimes you have to lean against someone and make your way through. So yeah, I mean, brilliant guy, man, brilliant.
Some of the people in the comment section, big up Fresh God, Rob Smith, Gavin McNeil, Jason, Owen, Stefan Wright, Wayne Carnegie, Carson White, Robert Smith, Wun Wun, Giovanni, Claudine H. You know, Claudine
Claudine,
is mad when she see that starting level there, but when she see the maestro come on, man, I know say a glad bag bus.
I guess
Adrian, big up.
I have to highlight this from Teddy Lee Gray. Teddy Lee said we need Kevin Stewart and Jamal Lowe in January, right? And so, Teddy Lee, I think you're right. We can keep on upgrading in that midfield because, that really made a difference tonight. Um, Not only did the midfield, uh, not only were they, well, I mean, after who came off, you know, but seriously though, Speedy and Grant, they need to keep them together. And Ravel, of course, is coming into the team and doing a good job. I see Ravel doing the organizing out there. I see them communicating, and I just don't understand why it is that we can see the value these guys add when they're on the field together, but Tupper want to keep them apart. Anyways, make we welcome Sir Cranky.
Welcome, Stan.
Good night, good night, good night. I want to say a couple of things. One is I'm disappointed, but I'm proud of the team actually.
Yeah, man.
Because even
Proud.
though we only just had over 40% possession, there's what I call effective possession. I didn't think the USA had effective possessions. I don't think the USA did much in the game, frankly, even though they scored a goal. I'm not going to be blaming Bobby Reed. I hear the Bobby Reed argument, and yes,
Come
he
on,
missed
Stan.
it. Well, look, Dre, you had your chance. You had this whole program, Dre. You run this whole program. Let me get my 5 minutes. I'm not blaming anybody. Well, I say not blaming, but I'll say this. First of all, the US's best asset was Tapa. That's all I'll say about that. Their best asset was Tapa.
I agree.
Because I know he said he doesn't.
And the referee. And the referee.
Well, yes, the
Sorry.
referee. He said football doesn't play. The reason why I said I want to blame Bobby Reed is there's so many different. If you break down the game, there's so many different areas and things that occurred before the game started, during the game, that you can say, you know what? Yes, Bobby Reed missed a sitter. In fact, you and I probably even at this point could score that goal. But then you can think about the header by Damian Lowe, which was not foul, the handball in the area, the team that was picked. There's so many aspects of the game you can say. If you want to think about, what percentage apply to Bobby Reed versus other components, they're not all equivalent. But I don't want to blame any given player. I thought the players went out and did their best. I thought we played. I wouldn't say we played great. And we had very good spells, both at the beginning of the game and in the second half, where we did well. But I think Tapa says he does. YouTube football is not played on YouTube. Maybe you should watch more YouTube. Maybe you should get some pointers, because all the players we've been pulling for that he subsequently played, whether it's a Grant by Cataract and Devon and others, whether it's a Javon Brown, who's now wearing in her 8th game and just getting a start. I didn't see Greg Lee before, but I must say I don't get impressed easily. But Greg Lee's a beast. Greg Lee looks like he can run through 10 walls and still be
Like
comfortable.
Terminator tonight.
Yeah. He. I mean, we didn't miss Taxi at all. Even though I think Taxi always plays well throughout this whole qualifiers, but we didn't miss Taxi at all. We sure we had adequate replacement. I don't think we had replacement on the wing for either Bailey or for Bobby Reed. I have said this before. I'm glad he dropped Mariappa. I think he should have dropped Reed because they haven't played well. I don't want to comment on Haka because I don't talk about people who are over 80 years old. It's not their fault where they are. I don't have a conversation about them. But I do think I am proud of the team. because it's one of the first time we have played the US. Because we've played the US before and beat them, they still dominate the ball. Like, they should score more goals. The one time we have played them, we're saying, walk away saying, you know what, they didn't have a chance. They got lucky. They didn't create anything. Even the goal they scored wasn't a chance they created.
They got a
Bobby
gift.
Reed and Lowe. But I know why it happened in the box, because in football today, when you're in the box, you're afraid to touch the player with the ball. Right? You're overly cautious that you probably shouldn't even be sometimes. So understand what transpired. And it wasn't the greatest angle to score from. But at the Antonio goal, I mean, we've talked about this, which is, all those bandwagoners who were knocking Antonio, and I keep on saying this on this forum, which is Antonio and Nicholson are not in the same zip code. They're not in the same zip code. And for those like the baller cars of the world who don't know about football, who talks football but don't understand the game, if you watch players week in, week out, which is what you need to do sometimes, watch them week in, week out, and I ask people, what is Nicholson's attributes that he brings to the table? What are his key attributes that differentiates him from the forward? They can't tell me. But I can tell you what Antonio's attributes are. I don't want to wax, linguistically about Antonio and what he does. We know what he can do. But that goal, I haven't seen him score a goal like that. I've been watching him for years. I've been playing in defense and playing offense. I've never seen him score a goal like that before. The last, there's two different goals he scored, right? The last one was more subtle, very subtle way he scored that one with some finesse to it, some dexterity to it. This goal is just all brute force, all power. He just said, you know what, this game is not going well. I don't like how it's going. I'm just gonna put my foot through this ball and see what comes out of it.
When I saw him score the goal, Cranky, I thought the ancestors are speaking to him.
Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing, Tonio. When I hear this thing about commitment, I understand the narrative sometimes about the commitment, because sometimes people have things in their personal situation. Like Roof went back. Who knows why he went back, right? So there's always going to be the challenge around where the Jamaican players are always here 24/7, the other players are not here. But I sometimes struggle with this, Neil, which is, do I want just all-in commitment 24/7, or do I also want the quality? Because if I don't have the quality, I could commit all I want and work as hard as I want. I'm not going to get the outcome I'm looking for. Now, I do want the commitment in a certain sense, because if you don't have the commitment, then you can't play. You're not going to be here, and those who are committed should have a chance. But you do see the differentiation, though, between someone who's doing well at the Premier League level, doing really, really well, and others, frankly, and how does ability differentiate yourself and quality differentiate yourself in this environment. So I am happy in terms of the performance. I'm not happy about the outcome, because this is a guaranteed 3 points. This is an easy 3 points, I'll admit. Even without having just 43% possession, it was an easy 3 points. It was an easy game. They didn't pressure us, even with their Musas of the world. But it showed you something in the game. So I hear a lot of people, because I was watching you, Dre, by the way, saying that Bailey played well. And people say Cranker don't like Bailey. I am challenged with what does playing well means in football, because I don't get it. I don't get it. As I said, I don't want to knock any player, blaming the player for this loss, because I think the players tried really hard. Even Haka tried. At one point in the game, Haka was playing decent at one point in the game. But both Haka and Grant, I think the game has passed them by. I know you guys are watching about Grant, but sometimes watch Grant play, he doesn't have the legs. You can't play center midfield or CM and you don't have legs. You're going to struggle. Or center. Look at Speedy. Speedy wasn't even playing defense today. Speedy was pushing people over because he has legs. Our midfield can't cover the ground they need to, because they don't have the legs to cover the ground. Forget about technical ability. You first have to have legs, because that's where you run most. That's where you have to be on the ball most. I thought Speedy played well, by the way, and I think Speedy has been playing well anyway. And I think Speedy covered a lot of ground. For my mind, Neil, I'm gonna stop after this. I am trying to figure out, why would you bench Morrison? I'm still struggling with that concept. Lamar Walker. People say, well, I heard Devon and Dre, I got to pull you up on this. Talk about Lamar Walker was doing okay or doing well. What do you mean? He was
I don't think you heard me say that. You heard me say Lamar Walker did well.
Devon said it and you agreed. Devon said it and you agreed.
Lamar because of the miscontrol and the lack of communication. You sure about that?
Dre. Lamar Walker, Dre. You know when you have a little kid playing football and he's running around because he doesn't know what's happening. He's just running around the field. He's trying to kick the ball is leaving him. That was that motherfucker throughout the game, for most of the game. Sometimes he had a couple touches, like on the wing, he tried to cut a man and make a crossing, which was flat. But this is bigger than Lamar Wild. I'm sorry, guys. But Marcy came on, didn't touch the ball enough. Was the one time he made a through pass in the game, which split the defense. When you have that quality you need on the field for differentiating moments, like what Antonio did. So I'll stop there to say I am disappointed, very disappointed that we didn't come up with a win, because even the commentators, frankly, realized that they got a jail card tonight because they realized they should have lost the game easily.
They should have lost that game. Yeah. You know, there's one thing I want to ask both you guys, Dre, and Cranky, and even the guys in the chat. You know, one of the things is they were talking about how well the USA did against Mexico, and I watched that game, and the USA played very good football, very speedy, very skillful, lot of confidence. It was a game for them on their home turf, and they definitely had a 12th man. Uncle Sam's army was out in numbers, making lots of noise. Nevertheless, you could see the quality of the USA team coming through, and it was a youthful quality, which is very promising. And so today they came to Jamaica, and I think we gave tonight the best performance that has been had since we started these qualification, in my mind, right? So here's the thing: was it that we played a deflated USA team today, or did Jamaica raise their game? Was Jamaica more effective against the USA than Mexico?
I didn't watch the Mexico-USA game, so I can't comment on the game. What I would say is, though, the game had stops and start at chops, right? So we started out really well, then they took over, right? Because when they took over where they scored, they took over. It deflated us. When Antonio scored, the game changed dramatically. Yeah. They got deflated. The field doesn't help, because you could see people miscontrolling ball, and the ball bounced a certain way, so it may have affected them. I think what we did really well, though, we're very compact and very athletic, right? We're covering spaces, putting in hard tackles. And when you're young, you're getting something called clap. You know, it's very hard. You're thinking about the next one coming, right? And the ref was allowing us to get away with some of those, because one by Low, one by Javon Brown, they could have been red cards, frankly, especially the one by Low. True. He does it all the time. He touched the ball to get away from it, and he goes in all full force. But I do think, though, they're young. When you're young, you don't get tired. Neil, you don't get tired. I think it was us being very physical, closing down the spaces, playing smart football, right? Not letting them get behind us. And frankly, they were missing some quality. I didn't see when Pulisic came on, you notice how easily he was sometimes get by Javon Brown sometimes, actually, and putting pressure on us, right? They put that pressure on us, actually. Their forward line, to me, weren't that creative. Apart from Weah, they're not that creative up front. And so that helps us somewhat. But I think it was us playing very physical, playing very smart. And also, they were pretty cautious, because when you watch Antonio scored against the team he played against, you're not going to come in all your men forward, right? Because you're afraid to get isolated one-on-one up top. And also, Bailey does present that threat, even though he's only threatening himself nowadays. But he presents a threat based on his reputation. Right? You got to double team him or make sure you're cautious when they approach. So I don't think they had the connectivity between their forwards and their midfield when they got in our half. They played the ball well around in their own half. I didn't see them in our half making those dangerous passes or dangerous crosses that put us under pressure. But I do think that we had the better chances in the game. I do think we made some bad decisions. I'll give you an example of a bad decision. Rafael got a ball just inside the box, right? Bailey is easing inside. If Rafael does what you call a look-away pass and play the ball, Bailey's in on goal. He tried a shot from about 35 yards out. Right? I saw that. We miss opportunities in the game sometime where if you make the right decision at the right time, then you'll be in on goal. So when we played at Salvador, they got some of those chances they didn't connect with. Same with Honduras. USA wasn't like that tonight. And they were missing McKinney too, because I think McKinney is the engine in their midfield. I was gonna say that. They did miss him a whole lot. And I'm Pulisic. Pulisic didn't play in the Mexico game until he came on. I didn't watch the game. I did watch the highlights. He came on during the game. But I thought that McKinney is their engine in their middle. He didn't play today.
Right.
All right,
But
so
we should be giving credit. Sorry, Dre. We should be giving credit for our performance, even though we just had a 40% possession, which I complain about all the time. We had more effective possession than they did.
Right.
So, given the starting team that we had out there tonight, I'd expect us to be creamed by this USA team coming off that win over Mexico. But given that the players did play above my expectations, and we had chances created to get all 3 points and take the lead on a couple of occasions. Um, the team that finished the game, except for the Fisher Bailey sub, I think that's a solid team going forward.
Right.
And a couple players who, not a couple, but Javian Brown was impressive in his senior team debut. And I believe that going forward, this is his position to lose now. And I don't see Alvas Powell or Fisher with the capabilities and the match time that they're playing or lack thereof. I don't believe that they can play consistently and will be fit enough to take over the right back position if he continue in this space for club, and then he'll be rewarded for country also. We have been crying for this player for months now, and for the last round of games, we're wondering why isn't he starting? Why Kappa keeps sticking with Fisher and Alvas, and now we see that he was worried, and then the position now, I think Brown win that position from those two guys. The middle
Absolutely.
part, I wasn't impressed with Haka. I think he was lost throughout. I'm not sure. I guess we're gonna look at his touches later on or something, but he made some rash tackles out there, and he wasn't able to keep up with the pace at times as we expected for him from him. We know that it should have been speedy and the field in the middle of the field for the Reggae Boyz. But I was surprised about the 65th minute when the subs start making that we know that these players were deserving of the ones that should be starting for us.
Gentle
All right.
people, what's up?
Good timing. Good timing, coach.
Good timing. What's the
Yeah
question?
man, yeah man, just finished. Your turn.
Yeah, man. We're at the hotel with the players. I have an interview with Carabin, the video analyst. We're just moving around really. Nobody really want to do any much interview, so we kind of know, allowing them to have their time. Um, what's his name? Javian Brown. I spoke to him, wanted an interview, and he said that we have to schedule it. So that one will be coming up, and the video analyst one will be dropping. They're just taking a few pictures and whatever. Nobody really wants to talk, and you can understand it. You understand? But
So coach,
I don't
general
really know
consensus.
what's the mood really. Say that
Yeah,
again, Jay.
what are you feeling right now from the players? Like what's the general consensus as far as the result?
Based on what I'm seeing, is that they're a bit down. They're a bit down, but everybody's still saying. I just had a word with Coach Whitmore, just telling it, asking him if they still believe, and he said yes. Right. To the end. So, I mean, no interview. I just took a picture of Ravel. Ravel was rushing, so yeah, the players, you have to understand, because when I spoke to Javian, he said that him tired, him not really want, not talking right now. So scheduling is the best thing. So yeah, we understand what's going on. I think they are disappointed, if to say the least. They are disappointed. Families are coming in to check them
So,
out and all of these things. So
Coach, if JFF is
that's
not
it.
making the players available for interview, even though they're disappointed,
Say that again, Cranky.
the
Post
JFF is
match
not
interview.
the
Huh?
JFF is not making the players available for interview.
No, it's not the JFF. It's the players. They
Okay.
personally, even I spoke with Damian Lowe. Damian Lowe said he doesn't want to do any. So you
Okay.
can understand that the mood they're disappointed. So you know they don't want to go on camera right now and say things. The only player I got an interview with was after the game. He was pretty excited because he played well. Greg Lee, yeah man. So I got an interview with him.
A coach.
So definitely I'll be dropping that one soon.
Okay.
Yeah man. So
So, coach, I have a question, coach.
huh?
So you said Tapa said that he believes, right? I
Yeah,
know
he
that the
still
players
believes
are disappointed. Right,
he's not giving up.
We don't
right.
want to hear from. We don't
So
want to
I
hear from
know,
Tapa.
right. I don't
Huh?
really care what Tapa believe. My question to you is, in spite of their disappointment with the result tonight, do you get the impression that the players are that they still believe, and even though they're disappointed, that they're going to be back out in full force come January?
Yeah man, the players still believe. Yeah man, they still believe. Absolutely. So we have to
And
just
coach,
hope for them. Huh?
you can let them know in a coach that all of us here on YouTube who have been
Well,
advocating for
Kemar
them
Lawrence,
non-stop.
1 second, please.
All right.
See Kemar Lawrence here. Coach's desk. We have I'm good enough. We have some people just want you to say hi to them and tell them really
And then we
want to
have
know if you
500 people
still
want to say
believe
hi
so
to
we
him.
can do it.
Of course, we just need
Here.
manners and
Big
respect,
up taxi.
manners and respect. So why we gonna lose hope? On a seat clearly say if we play with the right structure, if we move the ball, it clear so we can win the rest of the
So,
game them leave. But when we play Mexico we just need an English speaking ref because today you see the goal, everybody see the goal.
Yeah,
And
man, for
but
real.
football,
so Taxi,
the
how is
call
your
is the
injury?
call.
How is your injury?
You get what I say? And then if you look on the rest of the game, we give up like what probably two shots.
Yeah.
No clear cut
Coach phone feed him at the worst
Kind of
time.
went there.
Let me get
What
that
do you
guy.
touch my
call at the
ball.
wrong time,
Eh?
sir? What do
Yeah man, they
them
come back.
Yeah, but man, I say no clear cut opportunity. So why not? And the rest of the teams them what about 4 out of 5 at Jamaica. Yeah, we just need to win at least 4, I think, and we should be in a positive spot. Because we still have Canada to play, we still have
Mexico,
Panama,
you know.
and we still have Mexico. So I
Proud
think
of
we
you
should be good.
guys. We're all proud of you guys. We're proud of you
Big up
guys.
yourself
You should
here.
know that.
Tell them say
Look at
everybody proud of the
yeah,
team.
you heard it, right, gentlemen?
Yeah, man, we here, man. Tell them say
We
them
hear, we
game
hear, we
gone.
hear,
Sorry, my
coach. We
internet
hear,
again,
coach.
I look a problem.
Yeah, pay your phone bill,
Yeah,
coach. Coach.
coach, let him know that we're all saying that we're proud
The
of the
Wi-Fi
team
there?
and that we're still there with him.
Oh. Hello? I
Yeah,
may have to
coach. We
log
Yes,
can
off
hear
and
you.
coach.
come back
We
on.
can hear you, coach. We can hear you.
Yeah,
Gosh.
sorry about that.
Okay.
All right, but
Listen
before we
to us,
proceed,
Cranky.
before
Therefore,
Yeah.
I give you
before we
some
proceed though, can I just make an announcement? We have 543 watching and only 200 likes. So we're not even halfway to 500. Okay, guys? Just hit
that's
up the
not good
like
enough.
buttons so we can spread the
Yeah, man.
word
So
and
you
get
heard
more
what the
from
player said,
coach.
right?
Yeah, we heard him, coach. We heard him.
Okay, good. So that is the situation. Them still believe, man. As I
staying
said, them
positive.
disappointed, but them believe.
Yeah, well, that's
So
good to know they believe because
I'm
we're
gonna try
losing
leave
hope.
now because nothing much not really there again. And most
All
of the
right.
players them are support now. So
All right.
I go run and I try catch on to it, yeah?
How long before
Yep.
you get home?
Um it depends on the police them again, remember the last time.
You're not a police friend, man. They escort you home. You're not a police friend, man. They escort you home.
Yeah, but we
Just
never make no arrangement with them.
Oh. All right.
flash your press card, man, coach. Flash
Yeah
your
man,
press
at
card.
this we are gonna use and something.
It's
Yeah.
only good
Yeah.
for the stadium, coach. It's only good for the
Yeah
stadium.
man.
It's only good for the stadium.
So big
I'm
up on
just kidding,
yourself,
Omar.
see? And I'll
All
try catch on back.
right,
Yeah,
coach.
man.
All right.
Alright, cool.
Devin, what were you saying, Devin?
Yeah, I probably have to give you a little stick,
You can't give me no stick, Devin, because if you
Well,
give me stick, I'll beat you.
listen,
I'll beat you
there's a
tonight. I'll beat
difference
you.
between playing okay, playing good, and playing great. I said the player
Oh,
is
okay.
playing okay.
Okay. So I
You know,
thought we had 10 men. I thought we had 10 men. You think I thought we had 10 men.
and
I swear we had 10 men.
but Anna, and I would like to see
Kahim Paris in this team? Because
go ahead, Devon.
if Walker and McGee can be part of the squad, I don't see no reason why Kahim Paris can't be a part of this squad. And I think he is either equally or better than these two.
We need significant improvement in the quality of the players. We don't need no incremental improvement. I don't see Karen Paris going to make a big difference in terms of. I think Maggie's a good player, and Maggie probably would have played better than Lamar played tonight. Frankly, I don't see Maggie as bad game. Sometimes he's not in the game as much.
You know what? I think this was a game for Tyreek.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. I think Maggie's a good player. I do think though is that the players I'm most impressed with Greg Lee. I have never seen a player come play for Jamaica with so much physicality
and
athleticism.
He had a good game.
Coupled with quality. I mean, I haven't watched him much, so I know the player to judge him, but he was impressive in this game.
Calm, very composed on the ball, make good decision with the ball when he has the ball. You know, it's not a bad player.
No, not at all.
Want to take time out and big up Dexter's Lab and everybody in the comment section who come out here, come join. The post-match watch along coaches desk. Thanks for the support and thanks for being loyal. No, just click up the like button from the please, everybody. Just click the like button, man.
All right, so we have Daniel 80. Were you at the game, Daniel? Daniel says, being at the game, I agree. Tyree would have done a good job on this game. You know, so guys, if you are in the chat and you were able to attend the game today, please let us know so we can highlight you. You know, because lots of us, you know, in the diaspora couldn't be there physically. Some people donated money. I'm not saying anybody gets any free ticket, but the point is we want to hear from the people who are actually at the stadium, you know, if they could tell us what it was like to be at the game. So just let us know if you were there. You know, that would be a good experience to hear about. All right, so Daniel said he was there. All right, big up Daniel, loyal soldier. I can tell you, you know, I don't know how many Jamaicans were in at the stadium, but I certainly heard lots of boos when the US was on the ball, and I heard the chant "goal, goal, goal." And I got to say that I think the people who were at the stadium did a good job. You know, I think they did a very good job, and I commend the people who were there, who made it to the game, who made the effort, in spite of the credit card issue, in spite of the vaccine issue. You guys went there, and I believe that lifted the game of the players tonight. So, you know,
did we
good
get
job.
5,000? Did we get 5,000 in the stadium? It looked very scanty.
Well, last I heard, they sold 4,000 tickets, and that was the count. I think like yesterday or something like that. So, for whatever it was, there were 5,000 tickets available, and I think for sure they sold at least 4,000. So, that's some pretty good numbers right there.
Okay.
So I have to report to that El Salvador and Panama 44th minutes. El Salvador still in the lead. If El Salvador beats Panama tonight, would they have more points than us?
Yes. Yeah,
It
but
won't matter. It won't matter. It'll be a good outcome.
It will be. It's best for El Salvador to win.
Yeah.
That means Panama won't be running away with fourth place, and it will be a little bit easier on us. You know, even though El Salvador will have 2 points more than us, Panama will still be on 11 points. You know, and 7 and 4 is 11. It's a win and a draw away, and hopefully, I mean, Mexico is gonna be a tough cookie. But if we can come out of Mexico like how we come out of the US game, and then we have Canada away and 3 home games left, which I mean we beat Honduras already. It won't be easy, but I think we can garner some points there.
Right, those home games would be what carry us through. Hey, shut
Yeah.
up. We don't have, I just want to, not you, Mr. Porter, but Shatta is saying that we're listening to his four men with low expectations. Shatta, that is not the case. We don't have low expectations. We are cautiously optimistic. I know
Uh,
that's a nuanced emotion, Shatta, which AI may not be able to comprehend. Cautiously optimistic. So we are not having low
I
expectations. We're cautiously optimistic. Yes,
No,
Mr.
I
I
Porter.
think
must
Sorry about
say
that.
Shatta is not listening. That because from what I just said, I think his analogy is so off. I mean, I mean he shouldn't have made that comment.
no, Shatta, it's your opinion now, Shatta. I'm not listening to you all the time. I'm not listening most of the time, so I don't care what you say, but it's your opinion. Express it. So we can ignore it. Say somebody comment on your opinion, Shatta. Can we ignore it?
So you
But
said
it's not being thin-skinned, but Shatta is always looking for that gap to go into. Whatever that little gap is, that little point of development, any point of weakness he senses, him jump on it. If you want to call it low expectation, then that's what you call it. That's
when some
fine.
people
I'm
in a
fine with it.
conversation,
I'm fine
when
with
some
it.
people is in a conversation and then there is somebody who doesn't really have anything to say about the conversation and he just say something, just put in a 2 cent, and it's way off. I think this is Shatta.
No. Shatta always have something to say. Shatta is always looking for where is negative resides so I can go pounce on the negative. So Shatta, I do appreciate you because people like you are good. It makes us better. Because when you get criticism, you gotta assess the criticism and say, you know what? Do I think it's correct? Does it make sense to me? Is it valid? So we love you, Shatta. We love when you're criticism because we know who you are. So keep on doing what you do. You do it well. You're a great critic.
I don't think Shopper bargained for all of that, but we gave him as good as he.
he
We
wanted
gave him
prominence.
as
We
good
give him
as he.
prominence. He wanted notoriety. He wanted prominence. We're gonna give it to him full
We
blast.
have to give
Just
him
like
a
his
little
name
beat,
says.
because he beats us sometimes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Panama just rock El Salvador post a while ago, but no goal.
Panama is very confident, I
Yeah.
mean, if you come back from 2 goals down late in the game, you're gonna believe that you can do it all the time. So I think we're making this difficult for ourselves though. We had a perfect
Hey,
opportunity,
listen,
this
when a
window
team
to get 6 points and we didn't take advantage of it.
when a team have confidence and believe, they can do anything, eh?
All right, so listen. So I'm not quite sure, but Dexter's Lab, were you at the game? Because Dexter's Lab is saying that when the goal got disallowed, he said that bottles were flying at the national stadium and it almost hit the linesman. That the crowd were very upset. So Shatta, if you were there and witnessed that, just let me know. I'm not quite sure if you saw that on the TV. I didn't see it, or
You
if you
mean
were
Dexter's
actually
lab,
there.
not Shatter. Shatter don't go to
Gentlemen,
game. Shatter just
I'll
talk.
be
I mean
back. I'll be
Dexter's
back.
lab.
Yeah, Dexter, don't say Shatter. Don't say Shatter.
Dexter's lab. My bad. My bad. But regardless, just let us know, Dexter. Were you there? Did you actually see that? Um, you know, yeah. Because if I was there, I might have to throw some buckle too.
I'm not gonna support bottle throwing. I think the referee made mistakes throughout the game, some which we benefit from because we made two what I call vicious tackles that could have got us in trouble. But I thought the goal was a goal. I thought the handball was a handball. And I'm not sure why he didn't give the penalty. I know we don't have VAR, or why he thought the goal was a foul. I know the player pretended as if he was pushed, but he couldn't even see that really well. It's all in the box. He didn't see it really well. That's a poor call. You can't
Yeah.
disallow a goal like that with no rationale to it.
Well, Dexter said he was there. Big up Dexter's lab. Great to know you're at the game, man. Um, and so Cranky, I heard.
Hold on.
I
Dexter
should.
did that game.
He
Yeah,
said
man. Him
yes, he
say he
was
was at the
there.
game.
Yeah, he said he was there.
Who? Yeah, I never see. We see Eddie Guna from Sports Detail. We see Chris the Sports Guy. We don't see nobody else. Oh, we see
Yeah,
Kimo. We see Kimo. Kimo say man
Team
Qatar did over the bleachers I watch the game. And me and
Soldier.
management did in the stand. Yeah. We see a few
Okay.
people.
okay. No, Dexter said
So
they had
coach,
you had just social distance, so that's why the stadium looks scanty.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
okay.
And you know
Coach
Tell
when
them
Dexter
something,
I have to
said,
put on already now.
huh?
Tell them I play now. I
Dexter
have to put on
entertain at the
already.
bleachers.
Yeah, me did over the grandstand here.
A
We're
bleachers
close to,
the rock.
yeah, man. Me they're close to the bleachers here. This
Cranky,
grandstand here. This way player
you
them
see me
can.
hot cranky.
Yeah, so you had them.
Any update on the other
You see
game?
the color on it? The
So I
Jamaican
believe,
color.
coach,
We all
El
talking at the same
Salvador,
time. Yeah.
El Salvador still leading Panama by 1 goal. And as for the other game, I am not quite sure what's going on with the other game, to be honest
Oh,
with
we
you.
need to check it out. El Salvador lead Panama. Whoa.
Yeah, man, we want them win.
Yeah, but how much points am I up on for we? Although
No
them are
matter
win
if
our yard still.
exactly when them come to Jamaica, we're gonna name them food. So let them go on, as long as them take Panama down a notch, I'm fine with that.
I'm not convinced
Well
we're
on,
gonna eat anybody's
coach, you
food
reach home
with
already?
No, I'm not reach home yet. Me on my
Oh,
way
because
home.
me I say
No, man. No, man. 'Cause
so
we just a leave. We just not too long drive out of the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna eat anybody's food with a coach that we have. I have never been. I don't beat coaches that much, but I am tired of Whitmore. I'm
Well,
tired.
una
I'm tired of
go
Whitmore.
hear,
I don't want him
una,
to come anywhere around the team anymore. I'm tired of Whitmore. I'm getting
una go hear
frustrated
the,
now. I'm tired of Whitmore.
una go,
Tired of Whitmore.
una go hear the thing with something there. Una go hear the alabalo when the interview with Caribbean drop.
Yeah, I mean, tired of Whitmore. He's clueless. You
Una
you
go
can't have somebody.
wonder.
I see him and Paul Hall arguing in the first half. For whatever they were arguing about. Maybe Paul telling him he ain't got no sense because he just. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get some of the decisions.
Top of dyslexic.
Yeah, I don't get it.
As we don't say, we hear say it was a player revolt, so then I player then decide who play.
Yeah, they're gonna define
Ah,
that. They're gonna find that Haka plays. How can you decide a Haka plays or Lamar Walker plays? Because
Yeah,
Lamar
man.
Walker. So I heard, and Devon now is denying. Devon, I forgot to mention this to you. Devon said Lamar Walker in the first played okay in the first half, and I don't understand what okay means. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm not
No,
gonna look it up.
Lamar did. No, Lamar was out of the game. As I said at the halftime report, I don't know if he had specific instruction, but
So
he was playing the defender at a particular spot in the field. Anyway, I'm going to follow. So I wonder if that was the instruction given.
yeah, to be anonymous.
Yes, the Dexter I say him never play. Never play good for me. He never in a game. As Ravel come on,
One thing,
Ravel start something then at the game.
yeah, one thing there's a different caliber, different class. One thing I can say is that no player, I don't care who you are, should dictate to me as the coach and tell me which player you want to play. That's not how it goes. If any time players start dictating to you, you have no control. That means you don't control the dressing room. Anything can happen. Anything goes.
And I spoke to Carbon and he's saying that he saw the picture and a little birdie call him that I'm not gonna name their name. The birdie knows himself. And he said that it happens everywhere. So it's nothing new or whatever. And he also says that if you notice in the game, gentle people, did you see a difference in terms of the crosses coming in? Did you see a difference?
with crossing,
With
I don't
crosses coming in.
In terms of
know.
crosses coming in,
Yeah. Didn't we
well,
win a lot of those crosses coming in?
at least we play a couple crosses in the previous games
Yeah,
we
but
played
in
none.
terms of on the defensive end, did we win some of the crosses?
All right, so we
Yes,
were shutting down the crosses,
yes,
the opportunity for
yes,
crosses coming in. Javin was shutting them down quick,
yes.
reacting faster.
if you
And Greg
notice,
Lee
Greg
wasn't
Lee,
letting nothing come
right,
crap.
Yes.
right.
So
The
so
brother have a job
the
them
thing
come like
is
Cristiano
the thing
Ronaldo.
is as a wing
The
back.
man have a lead the brethren. I'm telling you, it was awesome to see him play, man. But glad me get an interview with him.
Yeah, man.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, man, him
Competition sticky at the left position right now, coach.
all the way.
Big up Taxi for giving the interview, but
Run it.
right now the competition at left back is sticky on him.
Yeah, man, yeah, man. And you know, so as I was telling you, gentlemen, from warm up, I realized that something wasn't right with him. Me and Cataract, we were standing close by, and he walked off. Yeah, he walked off, and we said to him, what we said to him? Mr. Bala, you good? Sure. He must say, yeah, man. But we see him walk gingerly, and he come out of the activity. He walk go down where the goalkeepers were training, like him a walk it out. And if you notice, he was moving kind of gingerly on the field. Hope it's nothing serious though, because you know we never wish nothing bad for the player them in terms of injuries, whichever country you play for. We now wish no injury for no. Right. For no player. So we hope that him Damian Lowe has a knock as well.
Shoulder injury.
A shoulder injury. Also, he has a knock on his leg because just before we left the place, he was at the front talking and we just having a conversation and must them still believe to one thing and they must say we asked him if him could. Crystal was there too. And he must say him could my soldier. I say me know you're a soldier I thought man, but you get a knock though and must say yeah. I say on the outer side of your foot and he must say yeah. So it looked that way because how him walk you can see say that's where he was favoring. So we hope them they're gonna have a lot of time to recover. Except for their clubs and all, but I mean it is what it is.
Coach, any saying a Bobby Reed?
No, you know what? Bobby Reed come like in simple, as they would have said. Not slippery, no, simple.
Them say Bobby take the mischance to heart.
Oh yeah, cause we don't see him after.
Yeah. Take the mischance to heart.
Him take it seriously.
So keep himself to himself.
Yeah. And Bailey take it away to be mischance. So your baller anyway, I talk to him, you know. And he was saying like him have a look well. Me no think we can say this one here yet. You know want to say certain things one here. So but me talk to him and he basically gave the possible reason why he never start or he never get a game. Yeah. And I think one of the reasons persons also, I think we have been saying it, players playing out of position. I think some players have been playing out of position. And if players were playing in their position, I think would have been in a better situation. But, you know, Greg Lee was the man for me in terms of the game. Ravel came on and even though he look winded, according to Manning's man, but him do a little thing. Bailey was playing hard, but he was poor, man.
No, coach, you can't say that because the fans don't. There are a lot of fans in the thing still saying I am. No, I'm telling you, there are a lot of fans here saying he played well.
Don't bother with that. And we were in the stadium.
Okay.
He would have never played well.
I'm not commenting on Bailey. I'm not commenting on Bailey. I'll say a lot of fans think he played well today. My glasses weren't working well. I'm nearsighted. I wasn't seeing well. So a lot of fans think he played well.
Plus, what you call it now? I spoke to him after the game to never get an interview. He never want to go on camera. I just start talk to him, walk and talk to him. He have a little knock. Where?
Bailey, right?
Yeah,
Bailey. That's him. Hamstring?
No, it look like upon him knee era, thereabout. But it probably not serious though. But you know when aftermath it might feel a little tender or whatever. But they know what to do in terms of if the physio needed to work on it and all of that. I think there is a real shirt issue.
Why them really don't have the number on them shirt? The name on them shirt rather. It's a real shirt, is it? You don't know
Well,
how that
That's
goes.
interesting.
no, well, coach. I mean, if you don't know who's gonna play next game, you can't put number on
That
shirt.
too,
No,
that too.
they don't have the shirts.
I don't think they have because I just asked him to hear what he said. He has to say about it. I said, Bala, we can't get a shirt. I said, no, we can't get it up, Right to number one. And I concluded that
Brad just buy 10 shirts.
I concluded that they really have a shirt issue.
Money must be tight. Money tight.
So
No,
I mean,
but
what
well, it is strange, right? Because they clearly have an agreement, for the shirts. So I don't know. That's strange.
It is
That
strange. You think they
is
get a bunch of shirts from Umbro, right? You think they get a lot from the
right,
national team for every game, frankly. Different
right,
shirts for every
right.
game. Yeah.
So that might, that's an interesting revelation there
See what I'm
that
saying?
deserves investigation. Mhm.
Adrian G is saying Bailey was good. There are a lot of people think Bailey played well. I didn't see that game. I was watching another game. I wasn't watching that game. But there are people who think he played well.
I want to say something in defense of Bailey.
Hold on there. According to me,
Mhm.
from the standpoint of my eye test, from where I was sitting at a vantage point, I don't believe that he had a stellar game. He played hard, which was clear, but he had some little turnovers. He wasn't tracking back that much as well. He got a few track backs. He won back a few, but I mean, in terms of bursting and going ahead and being dangerous at all times for an attacking player, I never saw that from Bill. He wasn't outstanding in the game for me, and that's my opinion on the game. You understand?
Yeah, because what I was gonna say is that I don't think that he played. Okay. Go ahead, Cataract. Run it.
Next right. Yeah, look, I was on the other side from coach. I watched the game from bleachers.
And Bailey was at my side.
And Bailey
right,
was on the flank with coach. And let me see. We saw a lot of balls given away, ball turning over from Bailey. That's right. And we also saw that he was not able to beat any player, and he was choosing to run at players rather than make the pass. You can't say he was linking up with Antonio, and then when his chance came.
No, I disagree with that, Cataract. I think he had a few link up with Antonio.
Hold on.
A few link up, but not
here. He was playing as a second striker, literally playing as a second striker.
I agree with that.
Right? Bobby Reed was playing the cam. Kind of playing the cam role, kind of playing on the left. But overall,
Lamar Walker was lost.
Because Lamar Walker, I mean, the Lamar Walker fans and church can just say amen. Because he was lost to the game. Couldn't influence the game. Couldn't handle the physicality of the American players. But Bailey, you would have thought, as the poster boy for some, would have taken the game by the scruff of the neck.
Right.
We lose coach.
Yeah. Get a lot of background noise.
All right, so let me read that super chat real quick.
Dre, turn on your mic, Dre.
Let me read the super chat real quick. Super chat real quick. Jermaine Swaby said the starting lineup played in the 70th minute. I guess he referring to the players that was on the field, including before Fisher came on.
I agree with that, Swaby. I think the team improved when those collection of players were on the field. But what I will say is though that's definitely more of an attacking bunch of players, and I think that it is useful to think of the game in phases, and so from time to time it may be appropriate to actually have them come on as subs, or maybe they should start, and if you want to show up your defense later on in the game, then you can do that. But I agree generally. I agree with Swaby.
Go up this and turn
Go
on.
on.
Coach and Ketterak, mute the mic. Mute the mic. Coach and Ketterak, mute it. So I'll give you guys an example. So, in the game, you saw when Pulisic came on, how we just cruised by our defenders, right? That's what we expect from Bailey. You see how Pulisic come on? Dip left, he goes right. We have to foul him to get the ball a couple of times.
Agreed.
Outside the box, how many times did Bailey goes by their players and create fouls and situations, advantage for us in the game? Pulisic was on for about 25 minutes, if that long. And you could see his class coming out, even though he hasn't played a lot of football. That's what we expect from players like Bailey. That hasn't happened in God knows how long. Did not happen in the Gold Cup. Didn't happen in the last El Salvador game. Didn't happen tonight. And then I hear the excuse about double teams, and he's the one being focused on. We were double team Pulisic. We're kicking Pulisic. He was still cruising by us. So at some point, the player has to produce. So how many shots did the player have on goal? How many chances did he create? That's why I judge players who play forward, who play up front. I don't judge them based on being to beat people. So you beat a man, so what? Did he create anything? Nobody cares about getting beaten. You're trying to win a game. You create advantage in your position. You make good passes. You break defense down. You help your defense out. It's not happening. But as I said before, this is not about a blame game. This is about saying, how did we play? Did we look good tonight? Could we have won the game? And I say yes to all of those. All of those questions.
We look much better with the halftime changes.
Yeah.
Instead of defensive setup, it looked good.
Well, coach, is the 4 defenders in a coach? The 4 defenders are good defenders, right? Individually, they're good defenders, and they were working well collectively.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to see the aerial duels from Antonio, because they were all over him, man. In those long balls that came to him, I doubt if he had won any of those. They were all over him. But the US centre back there was good too, Never bothered at all. But now tell us, that goal that Antonio scored, man, it was a venom.
It's a one-man show.
Yeah, that's a call. Banger.
Cranky, I think you're muted.
Yeah, he picked the ball up with that attitude. I'm not sure if you realize it. When he picked the ball up, with that attitude, say, you know what? I haven't been touching this ball. I got to get a touch. He went on the left, then cut inside and beat the man, and then said, you know what? The goal is too far away. I'm just going to unleash it. It was a great goal, actually.
Welcome, Jermaine.
We were trying to get a word with him. I tell you, everything was just so busy. We were trying to get a word with him. They did not want him to, I think Dalton wanted to take him away from the fans or whoever. So he came and said, boy, that looks like it's going to be a goal at the tournament in the month.
So can Dalton win?
Excited.
So can Dalton win to also take himself away permanently?
And Topper with him. And take Topper with him.
And take Topper with him. All of them.
Virgin. Where am I? Oh, Virgin. I am going to tell you, I can't wait to edit this video and put out so that you gentlemen can hear what Carvin said about Coach Topper with more. I am anticipating the comment section already. Yeah? Because he sat with me and have a good about 8 minutes. 8 minutes interview. Hey,
great job, Coach.
Hey, listen to me. Viewers out here, listen to me. The people.
Coach, you missed that. Is that cut off, Coach? Repeat, Coach. Repeat.
The people all over footballing world, all over Canada, the Reggae Boyz, everybody, they know about Coach's desk. No joke. When I stopped the gentleman and asked him if him are the video analyst, if him can answer a few questions. So he asked me, who am I? I said, I'm with the media, Coach's desk. Oh, you're the one who did a video on me? And I was like, yes. So me I say, him a watch what go on, the people them a watch the thing. So we have to give thanks to the people them who share and send out the video. Really appreciate that. Cause people know about Coach's Desk and they are watching the content. They like what we're doing over here. So we have to just keep it up.
Panama just equalized.
We not here yet, man. We not here yet.
Well, coach, I will qualify that statement. I think some like what we're doing. I'm not sure Tapa like what we're doing. Because right now, I am tired of Tapa. I'm tired of Tapa.
Virgin, me go to Tapa and shake off Tapa and I say, Virgin, we know it was tough today now. You still believe? Man say, yeah man, we not stop to the end. You know, based on how them look, me the one
To the end, man.
He's taking us to the end.
Which might be next week for him.
Constant to the end.
We don't want to interview with Tapa. We don't want to interview with Tapa. We don't want to see, Tapa was a very good footballer. I'm sure he's a great person. But I'm tired of Tapa's decisions. I'm tired.
Cranky. Boy, I interview with Tapa, but I'm afraid enough. But guess what? This is to a man more, brother. I have to be apprehensive, honestly.
I saw you.
You don't know what I'm gonna say. And based on even the press conferences, then when you ask him questions, you not get no answer from him, man. So we just low him. Honestly, we just low.
Yeah. I
What?
No more Tapa.
But coach, I think we need to produce a video, right? Answering Tapa, because Tapa say football don't play on social media. But this video should demonstrate that whenever social media has called out Tapa for not selecting players, or when they have suggested that Tapa do certain things and he refuses to do it and does the opposite, that he fails to get results. But when he takes counsel from some of the people and the panelists on social media, then he has actually gotten good results. Right? I mean, that's an important video to make.
Yeah.
I want to Panama, man. Them score again.
Yeah.
Panama take the lead now.
Tell you, man.
Yeah.
You don't sleep on them, boy.
Hey, gentlemen. You see the video what we do when we do about the crosses. Even that man them look at them go put in work for the crosses them enough. When me ask the man about it, Carbon, the video analyst, the man said if we see a difference in our game today. So obviously they worked on it. So me want to ask him why them have to wait so late.
So, coach,
see them something a long time.
So, coach, here's a point people don't realize, right? Why do companies do surveys, right? Companies know a lot, Why do people do benchmarking? There's a reason why they do it. Because nobody has a monopoly on intellectual capital. Nobody has a monopoly on ideas, right? Everyone has a perspective. You garner all those perspectives, you assess them, and it helps you improve what you do. So him saying social media, like we don't know anything, everybody's been watching football or play the game for years. They have some perspective on the game. Doesn't mean they have all the answers, but at least listen, digest, assess, and then figure it's going to help you do something. I don't understand Tapa, and I don't understand how he operates. And he never picks a team that we're all comfortable with, even though most of us pick a very similar team. And the players he's bringing in, like a Javan Brown later, shows you that if he had made those decisions much earlier, we may have been in a better place.
It is alleged that there was a revolt. I'm going to say it a umpteen time I say it tonight. It is alleged that there was a revolt as me going and steal it here. Me never ask nobody about nothing as me going to my ear.
So how, coach, how can it be a revolt and Haka plays?
So seriously?
Yes, I believe the revolt.
Huh?
All right, just say Paul influence. I think he has a great influence. I think he's more of the what do you call it now? The interaction of the coach in terms of the team. I never see. I went to. I've gone to 2 matches now, and I've never seen Whitmore out there with the team in terms of. Even though that might not be anything, But in terms of warm up and all of these things, I've never seen him out there. I guess he's all about the tactics and, breaking down the game and all of that. But, I mean, Carbin said that Whitmore is one of the best. He's a modern-day coach. He's a democratic individual. He gets his team involved. So let me let it out before you see the interview. I'll go now.
Me not watch it. I'm not watching it.
No, man. Watch it, Frankie. Watch it. Watch it and hear what him say.
I use my eye test.
Big up to Kyle Wallace on that super chat. What did he say? Somebody read that. May I drive?
It must be a democratic process in picking the team. The team makes no.
So-
it must be.
so-
It must ask
So
the players
Kyle,
if they should play.
the super chat says, Coach, what's Paul Hall's influence in all of this? Any comments about his assessment of the game?
No, I never get to talk to Paul. You see, initially when we go in the team room, I saw Whitmore, Nana, and Paul standing. He held them up and them yell way up and thing. And there was a little standoff with you know who. We not call the name. But anyway, so the man basically he want to have a little word. You see what I say? But based as I was telling him, you see the mood of the team, I was being very, what do you call it now, sensitive of what was happening and just kind of hold out and lead them, because so the thing set. But Paul Hall seems to be the one that interacts with the players, in my eyes.
How them go with all of them buckle here? Who not buckle? In the chat. I must have called in.
I mean, them a buckle.
No,
Mr.
Carbin, I
Coach.
get back like
So coach, all the coaches who are part of the administration always talk about how Tapa is a genius. We use the eye test. They need to go look up what genius means in the thesaurus or on YouTube, because they have it all wrong. There ain't no genius happening. There's no genius
Listen,
there. They're confusing
if Tapa-
genius with something else.
Oh,
If
I
Tap-
thought
Go ahead.
you want to hear what something say about the referee. I think the referee was bad too, Sometimes they get the chances, they have to score them, so referee now have no say now. But here,
Yeah.
Kemar Lawrence say about the.
Yeah, say didn't speak English, I think he said, right? Coach, you cut out.
It's like the man them a call him coach name on a throw buckle. But
Cranky,
I don't know.
Cranky, how Cranky, Greg Lee passing range than normal doing man.
Greg
Second
Lee in a normal period.
Yeah,
Not normal.
but for the whole man, the man passing range is pinpoint accurate,
Because Antonio missed a chance, right?
Yeah, the one where the two different that sandwich him.
In left foot,
Yeah.
in left foot is not the best. In left foot is not the best. He jumped
Right.
in left foot and he missed kick. It was a chance.
Yeah, man.
He
And
got
that's
there with
It
the
was-
keeper.
that was a pass.
That was
from
El
Greg
Salvador.
Lee.
That was El Salvador goal times too, right? It's the
Yes.
same kind of
But
situation.
El Salvador was easier because the ball bounced really nicely.
And
he
then
just
you
lobbed
see
it
Greg
over.
Lee,
Yeah.
Greg pick up the ball on the left again, and one diagonal straight over isolate Bailey by himself over there on the wing again. You get me? I say,
So
wow.
here's what I thought about, which is if you have a team now with the same team, I would probably move Taxi forward and make Greg Lee play behind him. Because we're not getting things offensively from Reed. What are you saying, Coach?
How that look at her, Frankie?
No, I said if this is a team going forward, the team that played today with Greg Lee, given how Reed is playing or not playing, I would have probably moved Taxi forward on the left and let Greg Lee play behind him. Because we're not getting any offensive thing from Reed. Forget about the goal. I'm not blaming anyone for goal. People miss goal all the time, even though that one is hard to miss. But offensively, the wingers are not producing. Unless you bring back Jamal Lowe, the wingers are not producing.
Oh, may I get buckle now?
Yeah, man, coach. Big Len say you in my buckle,
Big deal, Len, a joker, man. Oh, me forget.
Oh my goodness. The man is reporting the news. Nah, make it. Right. Hey, speaking of buckle, coach. So after the game, I was very upset. So I decided to go on the USA YouTube channel. But I don't remember the name of the guy. Tactical, what name?
Tactical
Can't
manager.
remember.
Tactical
Yeah,
manager.
man. So him and another USA guy was talking about the game. So we go in at them chat and tell them, say, I thief the game, then buy off the ref. And to my amazement, there were no bottles. So apparently, the only place you can find bottles on YouTube is on coach's desk and amongst the Jamaicans.
It looks so.
So yeah, but
They
I
don't
didn't
know
wait.
how, they don't know how to manage conflict or to manage when they disagree. They don't manage it really well.
Right. So I didn't really after 2 minutes and no bottles, I just decided, well, this was boring, and I came off.
But people, you see, I'm gonna turn up the window. You see, Michail Antonio, that man warm up is a specially run warm up, you know, man. A bunny man I use, you know. Rubber band, you know.
Bands, like
Yeah,
a sprinter.
exactly. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
The
Eh?
sprinters use the band to, you know, get the elasticity in terms of the flexibility in their legs, the inner part
Yep.
of your leg and the quad and the hamstring. Yes.
So
That was his.
we have to get
That
some
was
band
his
then.
type.
We have to get
Huh?
some band then, coach. We'll get some band. I forget some band for myself.
No, man, it was. Remember his sort of issue, you know. So
No,
he
I know.
couldn't just go out there and run because, you know, he has to stretch the areas first. Obviously, he also has a flexibility problem, you know. If he's using bands, obviously he has a flexibility problem, and certain areas have to be stretched properly before he gets into his running, because he
You know
run
what I
off
know?
on the field.
You know what I noticed with him coach is that he has a lot of muscles, and
Exactly.
sometimes right, sometimes
Go
when you're
ahead.
in the gym, and you have that type of muscle on your body, it can decrease your flexibility. So
Exactly.
as somebody who have that type of muscle, you need to you have to do a lot of stretching to maintain that flexibility. And
Exactly.
I was saying that I was contrasting and comparing him to Bailey, because I think one of the problems with Bailey is that Bailey doesn't understand his center of gravity the same way Antonio does. Nor does Bailey have that type of body mass, because is a lot of the times what Bailey will do is he lean against a defender, and when he gets some resistance, rather
Him
than push
buckle.
through and cut on the inside, what he does is allow the defender to force him on the outside. And
Yeah.
once you force the player on the outside, then you have him, because the
Right.
only thing left is for Bailey to make a cross. And what he usually does, unfortunately, is either a overcooked cross or him turn it back. So
Right.
I really believe that Bailey needs to link up with Antonio, and I see the players out there talking to each other and training each other on the field. Um, for Bailey's sake, in the EPL where it can get very physical,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
He should really make use of the fact that he and Antonio are teammates and
Yeah.
learn. Bailey's still young. Him have potentially has a big career ahead of him. I still believe in him.
Yeah.
But it's never too late to learn new tricks.
Yeah, and the thing about the weights room to the crank to Neo, you made a very good point that I want to elaborate a little bit on. You see, when you do that, I can't remember the terminology, but there's this thing after you do weights training or any resistance training, you sprint just so that the muscles because when you're doing weights training, it depending on if you're doing strength training or hypertrophy, meaning you're getting the muscles big. So you have to sprint it out, especially if you don't want to get the muscles big, but you still want to keep them flexible. So you have to do some short
Stretch.
sprints or some stretches afterwards to ensure that I can't remember the term right now, but
Yeah.
it's a principle that you have to do whenever it comes on to weight training. So
Yeah,
it is
coach, you're
important that he sprints.
you're totally correct, coach. And when you have a lot of muscle, you are a lot more injury prone than a regular athlete. You tear hamstring and you tear quad a lot easier. especially if with when you're muscular, you have fast twitch, a whole lot of fast twitch muscles, and this is what Antonio have. He has a lot of fast twitch muscles, so
Yes.
he has to because the muscles are elastic. So before the game, when he's using the band, he's actually stretching those
Yeah, man.
elastics
Yeah, man.
and putting them in the right sprinting shape. Because
Right.
after he finish the game and warm down, they kind of go back together and be tighter.
Yeah.
So he's just opening them up at before the game.
Yeah, man.
And I'll just take this opportunity to also point out that this is perhaps the reason why having his own physiotherapist is essential.
Is essential. Because let me tell you this new. You see, some of these professional players, even though we call them professional players, professional athletes, if some of them don't have these persons in their corner, listen to me, man, they are gonna fail.
Yeah.
These persons, and because they have the money, they will hire these persons, you know, to help them to be disciplined. Because if you follow them don't want to be disciplined. Because you see, these are the aspect of the training and the whole development. It's very difficult for them to do. Because it takes a huge sacrifice and discipline to keep your body in shape, to eat right, go to your bed. It's like you isolate yourself from society, just your family. You go to training, you go to rest, you wake up back, you need to go to the weights room. The routine can be very boring and monotonous.
So
And
I
you
would
will
say,
slack up.
yeah, I'll say this.
Go ahead, Cranky.
Antonio didn't come in the last window because I believe the JFF administration, along with the coach, didn't really care. He played the Panama game. Nothing happened well there. And personally, I don't think the coach respected him anyway. And so the last window, when we could have used him, frankly, he didn't come because I don't think they cared. Now he's coming this window and show this class. I'm sure that approach will change and that perspective will change. Because I
A
think
certain individual hold him.
yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
look,
Cranky.
that's very obvious, right? And I do think there are other players. Look, I look at the team again tonight and said if we pull all the players we should be able to get, we would have 2 local developed players on the field. Frankly, Bailey doesn't deserve to play. I don't care if people want to give me bottles. I don't care. My eye test doesn't fail me. I don't care what his potential is. He has done. I told you, Neil, I was in Orlando watching him up close, and he was beyond poor. I was the one there getting upset with all the fans who were saying, "No, we disagree with you. Take him off the field. He doesn't play." I don't care if people say I don't like him. I like production. If you the same thing with Saka and Arsenal. I say Saka should be on the bench. When you score 1 goal in 11 matches, sit on the bench. I don't care how good you look for England or you look. You're not producing. If you're not producing, why should Flemo sit there and say, because you have a bigger name, you're playing over me? No matter how I may not be as good as you are, but you're not producing. So why are you still playing? Because it may happen. You have played games now in this window. You didn't play for the previous 2 windows. You played in the Gold Cup, didn't produce. You played in this window, you didn't produce. When are you going to produce? Maybe you should feel the bench a little bit and say, you know what, you're not indispensable. So I have to produce when I go out there. I got to play within the team concept because he's not producing. And I get frustrated with people who are saying, you don't like the player, you're against the player. Not because the player is a star locally developed, and we don't have many of those, that you have to hold on to this thing, even when you can see your eye test telling you, and the stats are telling you. What is pass rate today? I bet his pass rate is not over 60% today. I bet his passing accuracy is not over 60%, which can't be good. So, as I said before in this program, I don't want to come here and be blaming players. I haven't gotten upset with Bobby Reed. I haven't gotten upset even with Haka because you know what? I think the team overall. Bailey tried today, and he wasn't trying, but he wasn't effective. They were all trying. Even Haka was trying really hard. I seen him putting a 2-foot tackle, hit the wind, and got a yellow card. They all tried really hard. They all played really hard, and we appreciate that because you know what? At least we see the commitment, we see the intestinal fortitude, we see the effort, but you also want to see the production because otherwise you won't be successful. So my hope is that he'll produce more because he's going back home now. He may be going back with an injury. He's probably going to be out for a little while again. So Aston Villa fans won't be happy. But when you come play for your national team, you see Ronaldo getting stick from Portugal the other day because they didn't qualify automatically for the World Cup. That's why when you don't produce, fans get upset at you. So not because you are supposedly one of the best players in history, you're still going to get stick. You even get bottles in a Portugal sense because you're not producing. Or you didn't produce him. He produced for them. They won the Euro the previous time around. Yeah, he's still getting stick, and he's one of the world's best players. So if you play for Jamaica and you're a good player but you're not producing, you have to get stick. You're not immune to it.
Right.
True.
Yeah, I agree.
So after when I asked about Roof, what was the update about Roof with the injury? Because I saw him sit on the field for the last game, so that is why I asked, is he injured or what? So we can now confirm that he's injured. So that is why he flew back to his club to get checked out or whatever the case may be.
I looked at Roof's Instagram account, and I mean, for whatever it is worth, I did see an image of him in the gym, working out, right? I don't know if that is something that permits an inference that he was injured. It doesn't rule it out because, of course, you don't run with your chest and your 6-pack. So that don't mean I can confirm that is.
Leo, I think that because I saw that picture before, but that picture was out before he took the flight.
All right.
Neo, what do you mean around with your chest? You leave your chest home? Are your 6-pack home? You run? Understand?
Leo, the picture was out before, Neo, man. The picture was out before. And the other thing that I saw on his Instagram profile is he put up something of Jamaica and he said he will be back soon. So that shows that he still has the country in mind, and he's ready. Once he's fit, he's ready to come back and play.
Hey,
but
Jeremy,
I'm just messing with him.
Jeremy, you mean he'll be back soon? Show him a come back. He might stop with him coming back. What do you mean he'll be back soon? He better ask him.
So that means
him coming back.
That mean not because Michail scored these 2 spectacular goals. We should be expecting him to come back.
No. Michail is in a different. They're different sections, right? A class.
Okay.
Michail is a different place. He's not in that because the JFA will send the charter jet to the UK for him. Don't have to worry about that.
Talking about?
What are you for me lately?
Why are we talking about that?
It's just fun, Mr. Porter. It's fun. I don't think
it's an icebreaker.
About
it's an icebreaker.
About what?
Oh, yeah, but
no, man,
we don't want. Yeah, we don't want to rub salt into the wound.
No, man.
There's no doubt that Roof is committed.
No, he's fully. He's put up, man. Him ready as soon as he's fully fit and ready. He's ready to come back and play for the country. You get me?
All right, gentlemen. Let me read that super chat real quick before we welcome Cataract to the panel. Frankie Bailey is average. Antonio is the Onandelo of the present. You don't want him running at you. Tapa started the best 11 at the 70th minute mark, which we all agree with that. Big up Kyle Wallace. Welcome, Cataract.
Welcome to all, and good night.
And the Pino Wallace.
Hey, Cataract.
Always, please. I mean, I'm 1 second in, and Crank is interrupting. I'm 1 second in.
No, but we get no word first because we won't have time for it.
So you had 5 hours, mate.
Yeah, no, I didn't have 5 hours. I came on the show subsequent to the watch along. But here's my question to you. I'm very disappointed in the fans because what we do at Arsenal, when a coach doesn't know what we're doing, we tell him. We start singing a song. You don't know. You don't know what you're doing. You do not. You start singing a song. You do not know what you're doing. Give it up. You don't know what you're doing. So where's that song? I didn't hear it in the background.
No, man, we did a call for change, man.
No. The coach doesn't know what he's doing, and then we tell him. Huh?
No.
Man is a sample, man. Man is it's a thing in a stand, man.
Let me.
You got man.
Oh, we have a caller. Oh, okay. I didn't hear. But good night, caller. Good night, Dre. Good night, Neo, Jeremy, Devon. Look here. I spent the after party with Talawa TV and coach and you know she put it best. We just don't know how to feel. we just we're just in awe. So you don't have to watch back the game on TV and catch it because so this was the first time fans were in the stadium. See back some of my friends them I'm gonna see from a long time. Big up the dock, the whole of rum crew them, the whole of bleachers, full of rum up the place. Feed up the duppy them and Steve Malcolm, we call him and Steve Malcolm come down and touch up on Antonio. That may I tell you. The game, I'll just give my overview because I said, hold on, I hear voices. I'm hearing voices.
Coach talking to you.
Coach.
Yeah, man, I said leave it up the story them for next time.
No, I'm talking the game. You said leave the game for next time.
No, I said Duppy story.
Coach, like you feel,
No,
you're not hearing well. You're not hearing well.
Listen, Coach. We always from their thing. That's so we call on the ancestor them, the youth them will go before us. Cause this was their day,
Coach,
remember that 23 years ago, these men made us proud.
Coach,
some are not with us anymore.
Cargill and
Jer and
Trinidad,
Steve Shorty, Malcolm. Yeah, man. So let me say this now.
24 years ago, by the way.
Let me say this real and proper. It will be the 24th anniversary. You are correct. But let me just say this. No, can't be 24. It's 23. Oh, do the math.
Was it 97 or not? Did we make the World Cup 97?
Oh, 97.
Oh,
97.
so you're wrong again.
97.
I'm
wrong today.
Oh, okay, you're wrong again.
May I invite you to get familiar with the mute button so that I can actually speak for an hour uninterrupted? It's manners to just hit the mute button. Oh Lord. Or I see you have a relationship with the mute button the same as Bobby Reed has with the goal.
If you get the facts right, I would be doing myself. I have to have the fans correct you so you're wrong. The fans out there on the channel.
Fans, it's 24 years.
I'm going to correct him so you get it right. 24, not 23. Keep going.
Okay. The game, we got a point, which is a result. Which in the context of things, I will have to hear what the other results were when the night ended to find out how devastating that is. But overall, this is what the result that we would have been happy with had we done the business in El Salvador and left the window with 4 points. So because we didn't achieve the 3 points in El Salvador, this coming worse than a defeat. This coming like a burial. Right? So overall perspective, because I said I'm not going to chime too much in the game except on things that I know for certain. Like Lamar Walker is a lightweight. I hear somebody have a fan on or something. There's some feedback now. Invite it to me. And really cannot impose himself on the game as a central attacking midfielder. The JFF got 4,100 people in the stands. I think about 200 of those would have been US fans. They had a whole section in the grandstand where they normally sit down, the bottom left. And it was pretty full. Sam's Army and all. We're still asking the JFF where are our away tickets for the away matches that passed that we could not get. The game was a better game than El Salvador. And had we played like this against El Salvador, we would have easily come away with 3 points. So we're not able to lift our performance when we are playing lesser opposition. The United States came here for a draw, and I guess we are lucky about that. And I didn't think they had as many dangerous chances as other teams have created and opened up against us. It's clear that the coach may be losing his marbles with the starting 11. Again, maybe there'll be an interview and somebody will explain to the public just what he was thinking. I know everyone's going to say it was going according to plan because according to plan, United States was supposed to score first And then Michail and Tony just get vexed and take on the world and score. That clearly was the plan. Here's the thing. At a world level, you cannot play injured players. At a world level, you cannot play players whom the opposition will scout out and determine. And the USA scouted that Hacker was a weak link. And they hit the middle of the park hard. That's what I saw. So there you have it. Bobby Reed had a better game than in El Salvador, but any score he will get from me when we're doing the player review will reflect the fact that he missed an open goal, giving us his best Javon East impression. Michail Antonio, I said to you before, he is not better than sliced bread. Michail Antonio is the sliced bread. National, giant, hardware, sliced bread, that's Michail Antonio. He's it. I'm going to repeat what several persons said in the bleachers today. That is the best goal that they have witnessed with their eyes from they have been watching Reggae Boyz. And that includes Coach Karumi, who was in the bleachers with myself. Jarvis and some of my man, them team Cataract, never say, no, bleachers in a bad man. Oh, but Coach Karumi was in there, and when he comes on another occasion in the chat, he will tell you how Cataract deal with the bleachers. The distribution of the keeper, bad. I know Damien know say my bun me out. Okay. That's fine, my baller. I mean, I'll still give you the respect you need to get. But why don't you burn out those long balls that you keep kicking? That's what you can burn out. The ones them that you keep kicking that not getting to anybody. Let's get back to a short passing game like we had on the Simoes. Ravel came on and immediately had an influence on the game. And for the first time, we saw Ravel and Grant on the field at the same time. And without going into the stats and looking at the game on TV, they were a very nice combination with Grant, Ravel, Speedy. The midfield looked way more potent, and they certainly dealt with everything. But I'm going to save the best for last. Greg Lee. Wow. He came on in the 70th minute there? No. He came on earlier than that for Taxi. Who coach and myself saw he was injured. He was grimacing during the warm-up. But Greg Lee, for me, put in a man of the match performance. And he also showed us what happens when you have a wing back who is nearly 6 foot tall and not one who's short like Taxi or Alvis. Or not Taxi or Fisher. He was winning every aerial duel. Bombing forward. Link up with Grant. Link up with Bobby Reed. Link up with Ravel. Game they look nice then. We can't pray to Jesus because I pray to Jesus in the stadium. And Jesus answered my prayers. And the man them dash through the prayers. And I would love to hear the view of the people on the goal that Damian Lowe scored that was disallowed.
Cataract first, Javian Brown with the eye test. International debut.
I'll have to watch the game.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And just remember, people, he'll be coming on coaches there shortly. Soon and very soon. Make the link.
He acquitted himself. That's what I would say. I still saw some gaps, but he is certainly a cut above Alvis Power and several cuts above O'Neill Fisher at right back. That's what I saw with Javian. I have to watch the game because when he was really into the game, he was on the other side of the field. I think who had a very average game, all huff and no puff, was Leon Bailey. So members of the Bailey Church, ta-da. That's what my eyes saw. Of course, I saved. I wanted to really save. I didn't want to talk about anybody else because I wanted to stop at Greg Lee. He wowed the fans, and of course, Michail Antonio. He can sleep for 8 to 9 minutes in a game and just give you 30 seconds of brilliance. But I think he was a bit frustrated with the service.
Canada,
Go ahead.
not to cut your Canada scored.
So what does that mean? In which game? When I even in it. Who's Canada played against?
Mexico.
Oh, Canada won Mexico.
About halftime.
So no, what do you mean how we skip over Bobby? I said Bobby Reed had a bad game. And he was linking up with play, and he was doing a lot of defensive work, like trying to put his body at the game. But he was exposed because Haka was on the field, offering nothing. You understand? Nothing wrong with Grant. He was benched. And the truth is, when he came on, the shape of the team was a lot different, and Grant was a steadying force. He had one misplaced pass in his first couple of touches, but after that he settled down. Yeah. Panama winning does not help us. So the other man them can say them piece. That was my overall piece. I mean, it was good to be in the stadium. Little vibes are there, even though a little small amount away. But we still try to build up some vibes. Big up Coach Karumi. Yo, me rate Granton, I love Granton, but I have to check if Karumi related to Grant from minute 1 till minute 90. The man a chant Anthony Granton. Till the player never say, yo, him have a fan club. But big up the old half line. We adapt Grant here. We keep shouting for him till we got him, Yeah, man.
Until we change the incompetent JFF and the coach, we're going to end up having the same discussion 4 years from now. Can't live forever. Tired of having these discussions. We have enough players who are able to play for us to easily qualify for the World Cup. The level of incompetence is beyond, it's not understandable. It is so poor, it's ridiculous. And it's very disappointing to even watch today's outcome and see where we have gaps in the team, how the team was selected, and even position, we still had gaps, even the 23 players that we have. People in Jamaica who are voting for these people to run your football, please get rid of these people because they are clueless. They have no idea what they're doing. And if you like incompetence and you want to be here 4 years from now having the same conversation, then re-elect them. Look for people in your communities who have the capability, who have the acumen, both football and otherwise. So you need business acumen also to run the football program. It starts at the top. Tapa doesn't elect himself. Tapa doesn't select himself. Tapa doesn't hire himself. Nor is the people around him hire themselves. They're hired by administration, who has run the organization into financial ruin, frankly, and has also run the football program basically in the same place. And until you change the head of what runs your administration, We're going to be having these same conversations. It repeat itself. Tired of having these conversations. We have enough talent out there who are eligible to play for Jamaica to easily make the World Cup. Not struggling, not here complaining about we tied and easily make the World Cup. We have enough talent. Antonio is an example. Jamalo is an example. All those people in the Premier League with Jamaican lineage are examples. Because the locally developed players are not good enough, most of them. I don't care what you want to say about people in diaspora and what we are. They're not good enough. We passed the eye test. We have no affinity to any player except to productivity and quality. That's what we link up with. That's what we want. That's what we aspire for. That's what we should have because we have it. And if you keep on supporting mediocrity, you're going to get mediocre outcome. That's all I have to say. I'm going to my bed because I am beyond annoyance with this JFF. I must stop watching Jamaican football. Wasting my time watching incompetence, rear its ugly head. I'm not used to incompetence. I don't want to get used to incompetence. And it's getting ridiculous. We have said it 1,000 times in this program. It is not acceptable to have resources, to have assets, and not use them in the right way. It is ridiculous. And I'm not sure people can even, the JFF can even come into the public view and talk about anything because the incompetence is beyond belief. Beyond belief. It's really annoying. So I'm done. Guys, good night. I got work tomorrow. I'm going to my bed because I'm beyond annoyed. Hey, Neo, Cataract, Jermaine,
Yeah,
Devon,
correct.
have a good night. All right, coach. Bye.
I don't even have the strength to stop you. I don't have the strength to stop you. I looked at Michail and Tony today. Up close and personal. And all I could say is, I want to talk to two people. I want to talk to Bala Kerr. And I want to talk to those people who kept telling me that Boza, a better striker. Can they identify themselves among the 500? Do you remember those people? Jeremy, Neo? You remember them?
Mm-hmm.
Who fill up the comment section and talk about leading scorer in the World Cup qualifier? Well, guess what? Michail Antonio is the joint leading scorer. So, one I go say no. What Uno I go say no. It begs the question, why was Greg Lee and Antonio and Ravel sitting on the bench in El Salvador? I mean float management, both are who? Them there. But they have nothing about them to admit say them they are talk beer things. Nobody not playing in our favor, Pixie Tash. Nobody is playing in our favor. And who have a fun or something? That era.
I don't know. Is my AC?
Where's that AC? No man. Whose mic is open? Yeah, it's you, Neo. So no man, other man in here, not only Ryan, other man in here was on the Boza tip.
Surprisingly, no cops were on the road and close to home.
The cops were at the stadium, man. You know, watch there. Yo, all the policemen are driving over.
Big up the chemo. Big up the chemo. Qatar, you know, big up chemo over half line.
I never know who the day over half line, bad man.
Then chemo that tell me say I am in something.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. If you tell you about the size of the back of white room, we will beat down.
No, we don't want to hear about that.
We can't hear straight, man. Maybe say offline, you know, a white room and KFC, you know.
Football.
That's a part of the bar culture, so the Englishman can't tell about him pint of beer and him Yorkshire pudding and him steak and kidney pie.
No, we don't hear about that. I ball over here.
Well, that lends to the ball. What can I have not more to say about it? What else can you say about the game? We did not get the result that we needed. 2 points from the window. It's crazy. And what I am thinking is that in January, David Moyes is going to have the right to say to Antonio, what are you going down to Jamaica to waste your time for?
What do you think? What do you think Antonio's response would be? Because Antonio to me looks very eager. He looks very, convinced that this team is worth his time and effort. So, and it seems to me that he's his own man, from what I can tell. And I believe that he is there, and if he can produce for us what he produced in the last two games, if if the players continue to revolt, as coach alleges, right, and the selection of the team improves, you know, I don't know mathematically what the chances are, but I think that we can get some victories at home that we missed on the road. And so, in that respect, I think it is still worth his time and our effort to continue to support the team and push them along. I'm not ready to throw in the towel just yet.
All right, gentlemen, before I take off, it's been a long day. Coach, big up yourself.
Yeah, man, respect, respect.
Cataract, big up Jermaine, Neo, and Coach Devon for the watch along. Big up. So my take really, I have hope here from what I see from the boys today. Given that we played, in my opinion, a very weak starting team, we saw where the changes were made a little bit too late, as usual, under this coach. But when the right 11 was placed on the field, we saw where they clicked and they did take control of this game, and we saw a lot of cohesiveness and understanding between a couple players out there and chemistry building. Greg Lee looked like one that needs to be in the squad on a consistent basis going forward, along with Javin Brown, who to me has cemented that right back position. Those are the bright spots. Now the dim spot is that we are now way behind the 8 ball because of some results never go our way. So we dug a hole for ourselves, and now we need to climb out of that hole. And we have the players who are capable, and we also have players who still weren't called to this squad that can even improve it. That's available to us with Jamaican passport. Big up everybody. Channel Dre Anywhere Sports. After this, go over there, check out the latest video, subscribe to the channel, and tomorrow I'm gonna be dropping my own about this game here. Big up and good night, everyone.
Jerry, respect, respect our manners for your strength,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Respect,
All right,
Dre.
cool.
So, it's a game that didn't have much to analyze in there. It's a game of missed opportunities. In international football, you can't get big chances and throw them away. And we got 2 big chances, I think. Lamar Walker in front of the open goal. I don't know if anybody analyzed and could have tell me, with the too busy a cuss, what really happened when Antonio drew the keeper way out on the right. And Lamar Walker pulled the ball back to Lamar, and Lamar was basically alone with an empty goal. What really happened for those who watched the game? Devon, you saw the game? Neo?
Unfortunately, I was on the road for the whole first half, and I caught most of the second half, so I think I missed that one. Cataract. I mean, I think that it's
Devon, you caught that? I really want to hear about that. And then
I think he missed control, and then he tried to get back to the ball, but the defender was too close to him, so he couldn't fire a shot. He's been miscontrolling all night anyway, so I don't know if he's timid, but one of those things.
I think what is unfortunate is that we have lost enough games and tried enough combination of players to now get to the point where we are able to see the real quality in the squad, in that 16-man squad, where the real quality lies. Where we have also been able to belie those people who, because of their dislike, or I don't even want to say dislike, the people, the whole local born, English born argument. I think essentially we've seen through the games that those ideas are nonsense, and perhaps if we were able to get those ideas behind us, we'd be better off than where we are now. Unfortunately, it took us this long to learn some valuable lessons, and I'm not quite sure if it is too late. I'm not quite sure if Tapa has learned those lessons, but I think that the players in the team, if any of them are watching, if they look back on what happened and if they stood up to the coach, right? I heard that Mr. Porter said that if that's the case, then he's losing the locker room and etc. etc. Well, these are professional players, and this is international football, which might be a little bit different. But the point is, we are learning some lessons, we're gathering some information. Now that we get to this point, um, things can come together better for us. But the chips are not falling in our favor with Panama winning tonight. Um, we've really given ourselves a hard task. These points in El Salvador and today at home, we should have at least come out with 4 points. As for the game itself, everybody said that the starting team started at the 70th minute. Um, Again, I'm just going to say this again. Tapa, you know, listen, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what his deal is, but, if anything, looking at the 70th minute and what happened, looking at El Salvador game when those same star players came on, should be a humbling experience for him. And I hope that it is something that teaches him rather than makes rather than put him into a place where he's even more belligerent and doesn't want to listen to anybody else but himself.
We have 490 something people in the chat and only 300 likes. There are 100 of you. Banana manners. Please hit the like button. Please and thanks. I'll ask nicely this time. Next time I'm not going to be so nice. Just hit the like button. Do the right thing. It don't cost you anything. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe and hit the post notifications. Okay, let me check again and see if anybody has listened to me. There you go. How easy was that? Now another 50 of you go do the right thing.
Good job.
You see, if not really, look here. Let me put this plainly. Anybody with support Tapa, don't hit the like button. Don't hit the like button. If you are the man where rate Tapa and how Tapa deal with the team, don't hit the like button. Don't hit the like button. Let me see. If you are the man who believe that Lamar Walker was the man of the match, don't hit the like button. Now watch it. The last attack on them now. If you believe that if a bench Antonio and make Boza start, don't hit the like button. But just want to see 450 likes. Quick and fast. Good. All right. I don't enter into people relationship late and still. Yeah, I'm hearing from people that it was a bad call. And I'm asking the question as to why Concacaf doesn't have VAR. So, Lamar Walker made 2 great crosses. Great, Lamar, and Walker do not belong in the same sentence. Devon, do you recall those two great crosses? Mr. Porter?
What was that?
No, someone said Lamar, CC said Lamar Walker made two great crosses. I'm asking, did you spot any great crosses for Jamaica? And was Lamar
From
Walker
from
responsible for them?
from what position on the field?
I don't have a clue. Maybe it was a cross, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't recall.
His famous Dwight Nelson impression. I can't recall. What I can recall is a genius of a striker taking up the ball near the halfway line and running at America and unleashing a thunderous. Was it a right foot shot? We never see it. We just see the goal at bus. Was it a thunderous right foot shot? Big up Michail Antonio, the man from Stony Hill. And Pink was boss of your friend. The man named Antonio Valeria, whatever the hell you know want to call him. The man them do an interview on national TV, Sports Back Zone, and don't know the name of our top striker. Nonsense, because VAR could ask the referee to go over and take a look. You understand? That's what happens. Referees are asked to go to the sideline and take a look. Concacaf, in the way behind time. Kyle Wallace, see you dropping the next morning. The Reggae Boyz Supporters Club has a link with Coach's Desk on his website. Means you promote the link, no man. RBYSCZ. Kyle Wallace. Coach Minzy put up that super chat. Cataract. Hold on. Whoa. You stay just like that, but you're biased to the UK baseball of them. Today is not the day to try and ramp with me. Biased with what? Didn't I tell you that Bobby Reed had a poor game? So how am I biased? Which UK baller had a bad game today? Outside of Bobby Reed? That's for Jason Hall. Yes. Ware's mom is Jamaican and his father is from Liberia. Well, I didn't see where it comes from, so I will yield. Christopher Wong, that's the cross you're talking about? Okay. Some things you'll miss when you're watching the game live, and people are saying something to you, or you stop to buy some water or juice. So understand. Don't know what happened to Alex Marshall, Herando O'Connor. The Lamar walk across them. You know, here Devon said he see two. Him see one. Somebody pointed out one. See the people in my buckle you. I mean never say for buckle you. But I have eye for certain. No, I watch man, brother. I foolishness you come for talk. Foolishness you come for talk. Because I have an equal opportunity when I say I pointed out that Bobby Reed had a bad game. Not only this game, but the last game. So that is clearly, I don't know.
So Pagan asking how we can.
Ziggyman
Okay.
asked a question. I guess because I said he keeps passing the ball, punting the ball up long. I don't like when we criticize, but may I talk the truth? He is responsible for the long ball business. Him and he and Andre Blake. Go ahead.
No, so Pagan was asking how we can get the JFF out. So Pagan, just to answer that question, I mean, I don't, so the GFF is the board of directors consists of a number of parish association heads, and I think there are other groups, maybe a referees group. Um, there is a good number of people. You won't be able to get rid of everybody from the GFF, and perhaps that's not what you meant. Um, but the main thing that you would have to do is to try and change the leadership, right? Inject new blood and into the organization. Um, and the main way to do that really is to get a candidate who would be able to run, finance a good candidate, somebody who can get the support of the people who are there now and convince them that running the organization in a different manner and taking it in a different direction will be good for their vested interests and good for Jamaican football. And that's my most realistic answer. Short of that, if there's some massive investigation of JFF and there's some kind of crazy corruption and FIFA intervenes, that's a possibility. I don't have information on that. Um, Nevertheless, like I said, the best way is to get a good candidate. That candidate can be funded by people in the diaspora. That candidate can get ideas for a better football league in Jamaica, an idea for better academies, an idea for how to recruit players. A lot of ideas which have been discussed here on Coach's Desk. It would take a lot of footwork. It would take a willing candidate who wants to go there and get the job done. That would be the best way. And I know that Mr. Ricketts, I think his term as president, finishes in 2023, right? And then they're going to have an election. The person could be somebody from one of the parish association heads, but the point is, that is the most realistic way to have the GFF change direction. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to take a lot of work, but that's the most realistic way right now of getting the GFF to change. Anything to add to that, Ketara?
Not a thing. Not a thing. I'm deflated. I think that's the term I would. I'm deflated. I don't know which way to turn.
Right. I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Some love run my motor. We get paid for people pay me for talk, and sometimes I talk for free.
Canada does score again, by the way. 2-0 Canada against Mexico.
The thing is, you have 6 games left. That's 18 points.
Right. Or is it 7?
No man. This was the 8th round. How many games we have left? We have 2 more away games and 4 more home games. Please let me know. 6 or 7 games we have left. Might be 7 actually. Might be 7. And the thing is that 21 points would be on the table. If it's 6 games, it's 18 points. That's what I thought. 18 points is available. 18 plus 7 is 25. You would definitely go to the World Cup if you score 25 points. So we could say we are targeting to win. If we won every home game, that would be 4 3s 12. Plus the 7 points we have now, 12 and 7, that's 19. That's not enough to go through. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's up, coach. I don't have the energy for it, dog. Muted, mute. Unmute yourself, coach. So, people, let's enter one word to describe your mood. One word to describe your mood. Pagan said muted. I'm just despondent and deflated is
Are
my
you
mood.
there?
Yeah, we're hearing you now.
How the sound?
Yeah, man, it sounds good. One word, people. Look, we just do a little exercise till coach get up and running. Pissed, sad, despair.
What near there? Near run gun?
Yeah. Grammar Zone is disappointed. Leighton Steele is dejected. I went through the deductions Friday. Somebody sick. Sean Phillips sick.
Canada just
Wait.
qualified for the World Cup.
No, they can't just qualify for the World Cup. It's not possible.
2-0. 2-0.
Yeah, but no, you can't say that. They're on 14 points. Suppose they
How
lose
much
every
points
single
they're gonna
game.
have now?
No, 14 or no, man. You need 21
No, they
points
won't.
to be in qualification. So let us just keep it as it is
They
now.
won't.
They are.
Trust me, they're gonna
Yeah,
qualify
we
for the
don't know the
World Cup.
future. We don't know the future. We don't know the future. So just give it as it is now. Cameroon is hopeless. Canada, them on 17 or 16 points. That is close to, but no, man, Devon, you have to be responsible, man. You cannot say something
Open your
that is
eyes, don't be
factually not
blind.
correct. I open my eyes,
Open
they're
your
on
eyes,
16 or
don't be
17
blind.
points. No, Devon, what I'm saying to you is you cannot just make a statement like that because remember, we are pundits, right? People will say you just say these things. They haven't qualified as yet. They are in a good position to qualify. Our chin is
You know they're
distraught.
leading the group now, though.
Yes, Stephen Ramden annoyed.
Are you hearing me, Qatar?
Yes, we are hearing you, coach.
Loud and clear?
Loud and well, not loud, but we certainly hearing you clear.
Canada.
I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. You see, coach, good night. I don't have two teams. I have one team. I've never come and be a both team. You have to sad with it, Devon. You have to sad with it. You can't happy because Canada win.
With all due respect. With all due respect.
I want to give Devon some buckle for that whole Canada business a while ago. I don't know where that go.
I am dual citizen.
But you have to make up your mind. You can't be dual. You can be a dual citizen. I'm a dual citizen, but you can't be a dual fan. A different place you go there. You can't be a dual fan. The buckle never come down for you. Coach, I will allow you and the dual fan. So, all the loyalty I'm going to when it comes to Al Jemison. That means you might get him in Canada and take him from me. Understand? Pay back like a reach them.
One thing, Michail, enough I want to have. Well, if I have two places to go, you know. So, all the back of man, they were fling. Man, the back of them turn back for one here.
No, the coach had just gone in some frying business. You were perfectly fine. See, float management a bun straight, you get nipple buckle. Devon, alkaline side, you have to pick your side. Pick your side.
Where Jarvis there? Where Jarvis? Come join me, Jarvis.
Hold on, coach. All the people are come out now. Shot as a Yankee. Shot and I don't wonder, coach. Yeah, Shatta, sir. He has a pro-American bias. So Shatta, all along, you in a Sam's army. You in a Sam's army. Big up Michael Allison, man. He had it to the bone. He had it to the bone, there, man. Well, we don't know what he had about a cheat Reggae Boyz. Me nah sing over Canada. Nobody now make me sing for the Queen. We need a top striker, Premier League striker, to play alongside Antonio. Because he's operating on a whole different level. Big up My View TV. Kimrod, I mean, fling some back, man. Coach, you're there on mute now. The thing is, Nicholas, youth, is that Jamaica had the possibility of this lineup all along, but we chose not to use it. Is it ambience or ambivalence? He was just having a kick about. Big head boy. Travis Paseo, Mason Greenwood is the answer. I believe you. And this business they're going on with England, we just pray JFF do something about it.
Big up, big up.
Gentle people, it's been a long day. I'm going to bid the item good night. Coach, whenever you decide you're having your peer review program, I'll join it.
Michael.
Till then, keep hope alive.
Michael.
Reggae Boyz till we die.
Thanks for coming,
Jamaica,
Michael.
no other.
Out here beating me up.
We'll never hear Michael come the way and
I
sing
said,
no
"Oh,
Oh Canada.
Hey,
No, you didn't say it. You
Because I
started
said,
to
"Oh,
sing.
Canada."
You started to sing Oh Canada.
Yo, see,
switching
as we
your-
come Cataract a run. Come now Cataract, man. Go to the left, man.
No, man, I left no man.
I drink my tea, man.
Cataract with Canadian, them are coming.
Brother, link just drop on. We just say we are joining Cataract. And even one join, brother, I never see the link and we are say, where you there? You know, so see coach up the link with there.
We're there to be. No man, me a chop out, man. But the Canadian man, them, what they go and do the thing? If they hear one more, Oh Canada. Oh yeah.
Yo, CC, you know, easy, you know, CC.
One more Oh
You
Canada.
know, you Cataract about one more Oh Canada to sing by and
See what I'm going.
Near, man.
yo,
Boy,
Shut,
me-
no,
me-
shut,
me-
hold on. Shatta can't talk to you because Shatta said he have a US bias. It was made in America. It is a robot we make in America.
yeah.
Yeah, look here. Ivan Tony or Mason Greenwood are the answer we will look for. You understand? If not, the two man we offer the on the field are Andre Gray and Michail Antonio. But don't talk, but I'm not necessary. This bias thing towards Jamaican player. All you know want rate me, all you know want burn me out.
See?
I don't take no friend thing bad man.
See?
No man. You will get strike out. No man. You will get hold on. Mute the music, please.
What kind of music?
Copyright. But worse than that, a man all play disco, funk it, junk it. Yo, good. Look more. Man. Out.
Blessed. All right. Coach.
Coach, they're so busy, man. But me I tell you, brother.
Now I hear you.
Now I hear you, boss. Something going for your system. But me I tell you, man, I know, like, you ever depend a cusp of, like you say, yo, we depend, you know, the thing about this window is like, everybody win. Everybody get 3 points.
Everybody. Yeah, man.
You get to me and say Canada gone what? 6 points?
Me see
Over
what.
the window?
Hold on,
Yeah,
let me tell
6
you. Hold on.
points.
Yeah, man. Penalty. A penalty that? Okay, a penalty. Yo, brother.
A 3 of them go.
Yeah, ref said no. But hold on, let me get to the thing because Keter run off for more at him for even because if now we put a link for when to drop. And the link never dropped because I want to ask him, say, you know, with the youth them we are playing, saying for America, be a young youth. I want to go on Jamaica side why we don't know young youth have such.
The free program different, brother. Our program is a whole different ball game.
Jaja.
You realize, but as I said though, like we had a game in when we were leading 1-0. I think Whitmore should have never. So when we reached the last part, I don't think he should have made a change at that point in time. Because you see certain things, it's like man get happy. When the man get happy, brother, and I say, yo, hold off the one love now. And we give it up.
Complacency.
Yeah, then this game now we are get an equalizer, and then all of a sudden the referee, we don't get the penalty, we don't score the goal, Bobby Reed don't score the goal, and then we don't get the goal or do score. So it come like everything I work against it.
Yeah. But
even the USA something the Paramount TV after they were showing on it. All of the pundits and it, the American people in here. I know Americans are very patriotic.
no, I'm talking to bias.
Huh?
Me not say patriotic, bias.
No man, I mean, you know that's what, when I said patriotic, I mean them no matter what them are gonna say America.
Oh
And
yeah,
for
yeah,
them
yeah.
and for them to come out and say, oh, the goal
Oh yeah,
was
man.
a goal.
Yeah, man, yeah, man.
There was no foul on the player because guess what happened is natural movement in the box.
Right, right,
If
right.
you know, say, to me though, Devon, if it was a foul on the keeper, I could have said okay. You see, if it was a keeper and Low went, if it was the keeper,
Right.
and Low went up for the ball, and they didn't give the goal, I wouldn't probably. It would be 50-50 because you know keeper get a little more protection
Right.
in the box, but two defenders jumping, and the man out jump the USA defender.
Yeah.
Bro,
USA
it was a
players were
clear
holding
goal.
up their hands, thought it was
Yeah, man.
offside. They thought it was an offside call,
Yeah.
and for the ref to do, and then even if Taxi I say, oh, the ref don't speak English. Oh, if you have a ref USA and Jamaica match and he can't speak English, it's not like a ref in El Salvador and Jamaica, you know.
Right,
Ref
right.
in two English-speaking countries. So the ref should be able to communicate in English.
Both language. Right.
Yeah, but both languages, what? The two teams are English.
No, man, I say if a Spanish I want just
If
English.
you're a Spanish ref, you're
Right.
supposed to can speak English too.
Yeah, man, yeah, man. But hold on, see, watch out now. Me see a lot of people talk, say, yo, if we did have VAR would have helped. But watch out now. Remember saying, if the referee decision is I don't know, goal, see in, if the referee say I don't know goal, VAR cannot intervene and override the referee.
No, I think VAR couldn't help this.
No, but me I looking at the comment section where people there said earlier. But me did I wait
VAR
for the link to come in because we know that
couldn't
from
help
the
this
book, because we read the book and it shows say VAR can override the referee in that circumstance.
But I think VAR, the reason why VAR isn't in Concacaf, right, is because apparently it look like Concacaf is putting the onus on the countries.
Yeah.
From what I gathered, from what I could see, I realized that even UEFA went about implementing VAR for the European nations, right?
Yeah.
CONMEBOL, what CONMEBOL does is CONMEBOL,
Yeah.
FIFA foots the bill for the referees, and CONMEBOL foots the bill for the VAR setup for the CONMEBOL teams.
Yeah.
CONMEBOL is the federation for South America.
Yeah, man.
UEFA is the federation for Europe.
For Europe.
Asia as well. Asia foots the bill for the VAR setup.
Yeah.
For the Asian Confederation. So why is it to me though? Why is Concacaf not wanting? Why is Concacaf not wanting to foot the bill for the other teams?
You have to also remember, say there's a long list of corruption in a Concacaf, brother.
No, but me know that, but what I say is, but I want to know if it is that each of these federations, remember, Mexico did it for themselves because, Mexico have Liga MX.
Right.
So I think Liga MX, them did their thing. When the MLS did their thing.
Yeah.
And then, Canada did their thing, right?
Yeah.
So the only people them don't have VAR is Panama, Jamaica, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Honduras. So I'm saying, and Honduras.
What those countries have in common?
Them poor.
And what else?
Oh, man, that's
Okay. Those countries have in common?
But at the end of the day, San Marino,
Yeah.
San Marino that England played, right?
Yeah, man, San
San Marino ranks last in FIFA World Rankings. They have VAR. Kazakhstan supposed to rank up in the how much hundreds. Kazakhstan got 10 love, got 8 love from France. San Marino got 10 love. Them team, they are gimme team. If you look at England's group, them team they not ready for World Cup qualifying. Because England dropped 10 pan San Marino, but guess what? These teams are VAR. But the UEFA, the Confederation body, made it possible that every European team that is going to play in the UEFA World Cup qualifiers had access to VAR.
Right.
So I am wondering now, why is it that Concacaf or FIFA don't pressure Concacaf, make Concacaf do it?
Right.
Because the Concacaf could have lobbied with FIFA. From my understanding, if it is that they can't find to fund the cost for the video assistant referee, right? They could fund the cost for the setup, and then FIFA would fund the cost for the ref.
Right.
And you're going to need a ref to utilize
the man, you need a separate room, or a separate referee. So
I'm saying that why is it that they don't lobby with FIFA? Because World Cup qualifying is FIFA. Because guess what happened now? If we don't get it during the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, when are we going to get it?
Gentlemen, to be fair, when CONCACAF makes a decision, it's because all of the nations in CONCACAF have voted on it. And the fact that they didn't vote for it would suggest that enough of them find it onerous to find the money to put into it. It would not be a situation if the CONCACAF countries did not vote on it. So they have voted on it and they didn't vote to put it in or to find the money somehow. So the responsibility rests with all the countries who are part of CONCACAF. Because I can guarantee you that the US and Canada and Mexico probably would have voted for it.
Of course.
But CONCACAF have a whole bunch of little Caribbean nations and stuff. And you tell them to spend money, them saying no. Unless you give them the money. And that is where the problem lies.
I see him, but I see him same thing. See, I say that's why I draw it out of him to say what these countries have in common. Because we know the level, you see like San Marino and them country them at a different level, like a tier 1 category.
No, but San Marino, them, I don't think San Marino, them.
No. With the case with UEFA now is UEFA created a fund specifically to put it in. So that because remember they have to say that nobody can be biased. The game can be biased against a team based on them technological level. We in CONCACAF don't have that type of money. So countries have to put something into it. And a lot of the poor countries just going to say no. To their mind, they have no hope of ever reaching World Cup. Then put the money in. Simple.
Yeah.
So but that means that then it doesn't then a lot of teams, because I'm thinking that means come World Cup qualifying, then it means that these teams should not enter them.
But you can't tell them they can't because FIFA said they can. And it's probably in the next World Cup cycle they may see the reasoning behind it, and you'll probably push some of the middle tier countries, enough of them to swing the vote. But right now, too many small countries just voting no.
The first time me hear about this way I talk about CC the VAR and thing and get it implemented. The first time I hear that call out was Alexi Lala's lick out panic when Taxi pulled down the American plane.
But
That's what I hear it first. when he must say, no, he must spend money all time, own pocket to implement this. And that the man say, no, so this is rubbish.
But he is saying that when he knows that USA already has it.
Yeah, but them never did that, he never did that use in the game.
No, he's not using in the game, but he knows that USA has the system, you know.
Yeah, but he wants
Canada has the system and Mexico, but they're saying that it cannot be used because some countries don't have it and some countries don't have the money to fund it. So at the end of the day, what he was saying, him knowing himself, he knew the situation. So for him to even mention it, and we're going back and forth on it, and the media and the in the game, during the game, that's why he got a lot of criticisms.
Yeah.
Even read the referee. So where is him tonight to come and speak on this referee?
Silent.
And I know that this referee.
Him silent. Yeah, man. Him silent, brother.
And I know that this referee has refed a lot of games.
Yeah, man.
So it's not like this. The other referee who was it was his first World Cup qualifier, and him did a jump in. He was going at the referee.
Big time. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Him and Jermaine Jones did go at the referee there. Heavy.
I'm saying that why not go at this referee now?
No.
Because you should have come out and go at this referee. That's why people say, no, if you're refereeing your first game or you're refereeing your 50th game, things can happen. So for you to go at the referee and you know the situation, then they come and jump up about VAR, they cannot believe and re-enter when you knew the situation.
Right.
That's the problem, when you know the situation. The only thing is hurtful is that in both games, we had the opportunity to acquire 3 points.
Right.
So you really just get
from where they are sets, brother. From where they are sets, I play ball. The sets. Coach always tell me, say, yo, brother, you want now? Make sure say you know, say not even ref upon your team, So play in order to outplay all the ref decision. You understand? Don't make your referee decision be a factor into you doing anything. You as a team supposed to play in a way, because brother, I don't know, brother, but my son 4-year-old, I'm gonna give him that sit there.
But I'm telling you about the referee.
No, you can't blame a player for missing a goal. Gentlemen, this happens in every game. A player will miss a goal. It's not at the end of the day. Yes, that would have made a difference to the result. But if we now play good enough for win, I'd rather we not win, to be honest with you. Because we have a squad here that's supposed to be playing much better football than them shows. Right? That is the long and short of it. Nobody can tell me, nobody can prove to me that this team is playing as well as it possibly can, because it isn't. Not with the amount of talent we have.
What exactly would you say is causing the poor performance of these players, which are professional players?
I said it starting when I first joined this thing. We don't have coaching.
Okay.
We don't have coaching. Once the first announcement was made about all these English players and stuff, a decision should have been made on the ref, and I said it before the World Cup. And I at the start of the qualifiers, I said it was too late now. I've maintained that position because, to me, we're not coached well enough to win. And you've seen it. We're still calling up players who should not be on the field. They should not be on the field representing this team, not with the depth, not with the pool of players we have, and the quality of that pool. A whole heap of them should never come on the field. They can't even represent with under 23, much less the full national team. Simple as that. So, you look at all the games. Look at all the games we've played. We lost. We gave up 3 points against Mexico because we should have never lose a game there. Once we had that draw in place, you lock up shop. But no, you go and pull out your CDM, we lose the game. Every game is coaching mistakes. Cost us every freaking game.
Yeah.
You can't blame the players. A 1 goal miss here, 1 goal miss there, nothing. At the end of the day, not one game have we performed to our optimum with the team we have. So no.
As I say, I was saying to someone the other day, we dropped 2 points at Mexico. We dropped 2 points at No, we drop a point at Mexico. I said that is 1 point. We drop 2 points at Costa Rica. That is 3 points. And we drop 2 points. We drop 4 points now. That is 7 points now. So imagine that 7 points plus
Yeah.
our 7. That's 14 points we could have been if
Yeah,
not
man.
for coaching error. As I said, if not for coaching error, we could have been on 14 points. So that is simply saying to you that we have the team and the squad of players to qualify, even though we are not coached well and we are not playing wonderful football.
Yeah.
We could have been in a pole position. 14 points, we are up there in the standing.
Yeah.
And as he rightfully pointed out, in the Mexico game, we were 1-1. In the Azteca, this is what I try to tell people. That is why I said count out the Canada points now, because Canada is carrying every team down to Edmonton. Canada hasn't lost a game yet. What Canada's strategy is to not lose on the road and beat everybody at home.
Yes.
That is what Canada is strategy is, And Canada is not losing in Edmonton. In Edmonton, Edmonton probably is the coldest part in Canada.
Yeah, man.
Canada is not planning on. So when me hear somebody the other day, I go say the game, I go Vancouver. I message to them say Canada will not bring the game to Vancouver, and know them have Edmonton where you have to go, you go cool as ice.
16 degrees and below.
So as far as I've seen it, I want to jump the gun. We have Mexico next and stuff, and Mexico will come fighting. Because Mexico would have gotten the worst result in the top 4.
Right.
Because they would have lost back-to-back games.
Yep.
That's 6 points. Mexico would have lost 2 games, and both would have come in this window. Canada have not lost a game, so Canada does marching on. USA to me is inconsistent, but they will get over the line. Panama seems to be a dangerous team because Panama, if you score on Panama, it's not expected that they will go down. Panama knows how to come back.
Right.
They did it against something when they were 2-0 down against Honduras. And they did it tonight again.
El Salvador.
So they're comfortable going a goal or 2 down. They're comfortable.
Because they continue playing their style of game. Because they continue playing their style of game.
And I tell everybody that the Panama team that you're seeing is the same Panama team that went to the World Cup in 2018.
Same team, yeah.
Minus a few additions that they have made over the course of the years. So Panama has a team that is primed to qualify for the World Cup. So when a lot of persons say they might target Panama, at the end of the day, to me, I was always targeting USA to shake up because USA seemed to be inconsistent under this coach. That's why I wanted to beat them and get these 6 points so we can put pressure. Because, to be honest, I tell you, I think Panama will end up in one of the automatic spots.
No, that's not the team that went to the 2018 World Cup.
No, man, majority of the Panama team.
No. Majority of the Panama team that went to the 2018 World Cup stopped playing. Amado Cooper, Blas Perez, and them guys. Them guys are get old. This is the young team. You remember when they went to the Youth World Cup? These are the same guys that went to the Under 20 World Cup.
I think so, but some players supposed to be in the team that's from the.
If anybody in the team that went to the 2018 World Cup, maybe 2 or 3 of them.
The keeper, familiar. But all in all, brother, I don't know what going with we getting a coach. I don't know what going with that. You know, that we desperately need somebody who can run the team efficiently, strategically, cohesively. You know, it passed the stage, still might as well we just left up and just try for our next term. Because obviously we don't know what it take to get him out of the team.
No, you can't. There's no point firing him now.
No, you can't, but I do it again. Just blow it make it run.
It makes no sense.
It don't make no
by
sense.
By the same token, the GFF needs to start planning now as to what the next move is, because it's no longer a case of just a coach. Your program supposed to have a technical direction. It's supposed to have plans for continued development, the migration of players through the system, all of these things, and none of them don't seem to be there. You have your supposed young talents who should be starting to see game time, but we can't seem to get them in the system. Them get a one game and then you don't see them again. That sort of thing. That don't make no sense at all. So, and we've missed out on too many years of not playing good football to the point now where we can't get good exhibition games or anything like that to get a chance to see players. If you're not playing, you're not developing your players, and that's the problem we face now. Because look at the reality. We're going to finish this qualification round, regardless of whether we make it or not. A good chunk of the UK-based players are right now at or near the end of their prime.
Yeah.
So who's taking over from them? What is the route that we're going to take? We don't have this because guess what? Our under 15s don't play a whole heap, or under 19s don't play a whole heap, or under 23s don't play a whole heap, and that's where we should be feeding these players. And the fact that the GFF has essentially a strategy that says those young teams must have quotas puts us again in another problem position. So until those systems are dealt with, we're not going anywhere.
But that's true, because if I don't develop, it's like we're trying to pick up. It's like we're playing pick up football. In basketball, I would say pick up basketball.
Right.
So we have a bunch of players that we bring together, good players, and we want to qualify for the World Cup. But when we qualify for the World Cup, the next cycle comes and we're doing the same thing. There's no, as in, from the players are as the gentleman just pointed out, in the under 20 team and the under 17, in the under 15 team, they have quotas. So even if you're overseas, you're born overseas and you want to play for Jamaica, if you're like 15 and so, there's no continuity. So you would see these players from their 15, 16, 17. So when they go to represent Manchester, if they go to represent a Brentford or a Crystal Palace or even a Leeds or these teams, then they would have already played under 17, under 20 for Jamaica. So by the time they're coming to the senior team, they would have come through the ranks. Because if you realize, most of the teams that actually make it to the World Cup, as Coach Devon has said,
right,
and a lot of these players come through their under 20 teams and stuff. I remember the Switzerland team that was at the World Cup. There's the Switzerland team that won the under 20 World Cup, because I watched the final tonight. Majority of those players were from the under 20 World Cup. So like the whole fact that's developing the players and having access to the best players when they're younger, coming through the ranks, and then other players. Because remember, we're not going to see all players. So a couple of players that we don't see that fall through the cracks, we can add them like further on, but we would have already built up a core. And a core doesn't mean you have to born in Jamaica. A core means you have Jamaican heritage and you express a desire to play for the Jamaican team, and you come through the ranks. So once you come through the ranks and you play in the team, a core doesn't necessarily, because to me, that's what they want a core to be. You have to born a yard and them something there. And I just believe that is one of the issues. As we said, that is one of the issues that is affecting the whole team. Because I remember when we qualified for 98, we also qualified under 17, 99, and we qualified under 20, 2001. And I think we should have had a continuation coming up. So then, therefore, we'd have been to multiple under 20s, multiple under 70s, and those players would have gotten exposure. Like the Paul Pogbas and those players got exposure. For instance, 2001 under 20 World Cup, there was the Cesc Fabregas, the Petr Cech. These guys were at the World Cup.
Yeah.
So these very same players that came to the other World Cups, and even Fabregas went on to win the World Cup for Spain. if we were playing in these tournaments and entering these tournaments, our young players would be rubbing shoulders with other future European stars and European players. So the whole exposure and the experience that they would
Yeah.
have gathered. And as I said, we're not playing enough matches. We're not playing enough quality matches. We're not. It's just, to me, it's just pick up foot. It's just pick up thing. Like you pick up someone and say, "Oh, I go play ball. Where you want to play?"
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, say, "Me a forward." You know when I got ball feel like evening time, and
Yeah.
I say, "Oh, where I play, brother?" Me I say, "I'm gonna play forward today." You know.
Yeah.
And I say, "Where I play today?" Me I play defense tomorrow. You know. You know. And man I say, "Oh, watching a goal you playing today, cause you never scoring a goal today." So normally you put the man on a, if you have a forward and not scoring, it's time to go in a goal. Cause him not run. So
Yeah.
you go on that goal, go stand up. So today I go stand up between the sticks. So
Yeah.
to me, it seems like that type of that type of football that we are look for, we are play.
You know, see, say, me see something this weekend and me want to touch upon it little too. Would we based upon where I said it, and because we were there for a good while with coach, and we've been talking about strategy and formation and so forth. You know, say me watch George's on the weekend because you know say America will it, but we subscribe to Sportsmax, so therefore we see the game. Then you understand me? Me see
Yeah, man.
George a 3-4-3 formation for the weekend, brother. And George's played that farm. Remember, say we're talking about high school. We're not talking about the national team. High school. You understand me? I say, and the man them play, and me say, yo, from me see the man them come up on the field, me say, no, me have to sit down, watch that game, and see exactly how Neville Bella go run them youth here with the 3-4-3 formation. See? And the youth them play the formation just like how a professional team would have played, brother, and the man them win the game. You understand me? I say? So me don't know why we don't have no strategy. It's just big kickball, upfield, you know?
But to me, as I said, it comes back down to the coaches. It comes back when a big
Well, again, it come back to the coaches, but here's the thing: the coach chooses a formation based on how he reads the opposition and what he believes his players are capable of. Right now, I will give our coaches that they don't work enough with the players to know their full capabilities. Right? They don't have enough interaction with them. But given that you know you're not going to, you have to rely on a lot more input. You have to go and watch the players them play. You have to watch a lot of footage. You have to know the players more than seems to be the case. And this is why we see the team consistently reverting back to players who we used to use because he knows them. But the reality is, they by using them, you lock us into a style of play that will not win games. We play to get a draw every damn game.
Exactly.
And if we don't get the draw, we lose.
Exactly. So like you eat the nail on the head, because I asked it the other day. So what is the job of a national team head coach? Is it that you come when the FIFA window are gone, and you pick the squad, you pick the team, and you coach during the window, and then when there's no FIFA window and the players that are playing at their clubs, you're not watching the players? I want to know what entails the job for a national team head coach. Remember, if you're a club coach, you get to see the players every day, and
Right.
you get to see, you understand, you have a lot of interactions with the players. But to me, if you're a national coach, countless times I see Gareth Southgate in at matches. Countless times. If there's a player, for example, like the Arsenal player, Emil Smith Rowe. If
Yeah.
Emil Smith Rowe is catching the eye of the public and the English national team, you will see Gareth Southgate at a Emil Smith Rowe match.
What you
And
mean?
I'm sure that they have other
Yeah, but
people
no, let's
watching.
not get twisted though.
No, I'm not saying
I'm
you should
not
go to the
saying,
match.
yeah, I'm not saying that Tapa doesn't go to games, but what Tapa doesn't have, which Southgate has, is Southgate literally has a staff of 80 scouts, trained, signed scouts, and their job it is to watch these guys. So when Gareth Southgate, when you see him on TV watching a guy at a game, his scouts have seen this guy play several, like maybe 15, 20 games and have provide detailed, things. And then it's the final decision.
Hold up, break. 1 second, I mean for break in. Yo, see the VAR would have come into play there again, Mexico and Canada game. The ball go over the line, brother. And the player them black here, see that the VAR would have come into play again. You see what I'm talking about? But go ahead, brother. So 2-1 the game's the same way.
It not look like it go over the line.
Huh?
No, I think but them have goal line.
It look like it go over the line or two, Devon.
No, it don't look so.
But remember, them have goal line technology.
Want to see the replay though.
So if they're not implying goal line technology.
No.
So that means that no technology is being used.
Brother, you can run offside in them a game, brother.
No, it not go over the line,
It not go over the line?
No.
Okay.
So that means no technology is being used in the Concacaf World Cup qualifiers.
No, you can run offside and still get, in the English league and them game, you can't get no offside like that again. No, you can't get free offside and them again, brother. But we not take advantage of it. So why we even not talk about?
But then look like them are scoring.
Them are score Mexico. Everyone them are pressure them now. Mexico. Everyone them are pressure them now. But yeah, we're considered to be I don't know if I just the man them just love the game like that. Them love the money from the game, but them not love the game like that.
Who's that?
The federation.
Brother, let me tell you. One thing I can say is this. I'm gonna tell people this. If you're going to be a doctor, you would have to go to med school and these things, and you have to get a residency before you can actually become this medical doctor. And I'm thinking, this is just my opinion. This is CC's opinion.
Yeah.
If you wish to be a coach and wish to be a coach at the international level, I think you should invest in yourself. And I think this is what a lot of Jamaican coaches must do. You want to be a coach. Tell me now, if you want to be a medical doctor, you should not want to be a medical doctor just for a job in Jamaica. You should make yourself qualified enough. That's Cuba want you, America want you, Canada want you. When these other countries, they can go and get a job.
Yeah.
I want to know if it is that these coaches locally invest in themselves to the point where they could go in a Europe and coach in a Belgian second division.
That's a funny thing for you to
Very
ask
funny.
about because early on in this on coach's desk, we used to discuss that very topic. Because there used to be a whole heap of young coaches who would be on here, and they were asking the same questions. How could they get improvement being in Jamaica? Because guess what? There's not a lot of opportunity in Jamaica to host what you call it, FIFA level courses.
Exactly.
It's only like 1 or 2 might be held in Jamaica a year, if that many. They're expensive to host. It's not. I've done management of them here in Canada, right? And it costs money to host the thing. It costs money as a person to attend it. You give up, basically to go get a FIFA B license. You're giving up 2 weeks of your time away from work, just being in football. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's hard for a lot of our coaches because when we were here talking to a lot of them, they're school teachers, they have their other job. This is because guess what? None of them being hired full time to be coaches. They're not being paid a salary. So it's really difficult to, yes, you want to invest in yourself, but it's easier to invest in yourself in countries where you have the income to do it. In Jamaica, it's really difficult. And that was actually a project I was trying to work on to find ways to get, what we were trying to do was develop a coaching curriculum where someone could acquire a license over a period of time rather than having to invest in that one thing. So, for instance, you could do an online semester and you get a portion of the B license. And if you do enough of them, you could acquire a B license over, say, a 2.5 year period. That's the type of out of the box thinking that the GFF going to need to go into, because here's the thing. It's one thing to talk about implementing technology, but technology changes so fast that if the GFF even now decide to spend the money to bring us up to today's level, by the time we reach today's level, it's 5 years down the road.
Yeah, the left are gone.
That is the problem them facing. So on top of having a lack of resources, you have to have a really well thought out plan of attack to ensure that you hit the targets that you need to hit at the right time. And you can't aim to be on par. You have to actually aim ahead of the opposition to catch them. You see what I'm saying? And so this is really where we feel we're not in a ball game here anymore. We are chasing countries that we were talking about. Panama realized what had to happen. The US realized what have to happen. They recognize that for them to reach the World Cup consistently, they have to be reaching the under-17 and under-20 World Cup consistently. We've had spotty representation there. We don't have a consistent plan to get there.
I think it's the same thing with the African countries.
Same. All that. No. If you're in football, if you are in football and want to be at the highest level, that's what you have to do. Okay, we're gone. Take care, gentlemen. Been a pleasure.
Now I hear a coach.
All right, big up to everyone that came on the channel and stuff. Just like, share, subscribe, hit the like button on your way on. Remember that is our sanitization. Thank you guys for coming to the coach's desk. Big up. Coach always have the good content for you. Remember to look out for the interview that's coming up with the video analyst from JFF. So just like, share, subscribe, and peace out, everyone.
Yeah, man.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Gone too, brother. You Josh?